Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Nat20Hot on a Sunday. We know you have many ways you could spend your weekend, so we're thrilled that you would choose to spend it with us. If you're joining us for the first time ever, we are a group of friends who like to play Dungeons and Dragons together, and we are also doing this for fun, but we're also doing it for the kids. If you check the link in our chat, we are raising money for Extra Life, which is a supporting foundation of America's children's hospitals, over 170 around the country, to be exact. And all of those contributions go towards helping hospitals in your area, helping children with life-saving procedures and getting them the care that they need. We are just $230 away, thanks to some very generous donations, from our goal of $1,000 raised in a year. So, if you're looking for a cause to support this holiday season, do consider making a contribution to our Extra Life team. Now, last time out, our party threw a party. They welcomed denizens of Trowood and close allies to their estate, where they, did a lot of things. Particularly, there was much scramble and drinking and party games, including hammers and nails, decks of cards, and two
Hammers
truths
and
and a lie.
nails?
What was the game called?
Hammerschlagen.
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 Hammerschlagen. And two truths and a lie, or truth or fable. It was, however, not all fun and games, because while bearing their truths around the campfire, Willem let it slip that he had sworn a dangerous blood oath against a pair of hags, to which Gwen took great concern about his safety. And she handled it poorly, to put it plainly. She revealed bitterly that she had once been courted by the chief of Trowood, Thomas Blunt, and so the duo retreated to the second floor of their estate to resume the conversation. However, in progress, discovered Branwen's not quite yet finished teleportation circle in the process. Despite Gwen urging Willem to reconsider his friendship with Branwen, she still took him to bed, much to William's chagrin and perhaps suspicion. Elsewhere, Randy had a chance encounter in the forest while he just paced around, cursed with the weight of the knowledge that he carries around about the impending crisis of which he knows quite little. Rowan, a member of the Greenwardens, cornered him and urged him to seek out the Archdruid to respond for the party's collective crimes against them when they desecrated the Watham Wood ruins. It bothered him little, though, to be perfectly honest, because he was too preoccupied with his idea to speak with the dead of Trowood until the party came to a collective realization the next morning that the Green Wardens must be dealt with before they can dig deeper into the questions still left unanswered. So, we find ourselves in the kitchen of your estate, all kind of gathered and preparing for the day. Elray has gone upstairs to continue working on the arcane sigil circle. And the day is yours. How would you like to spend it? It is still quite early in the morning, and at the moment, it is just the four of you in the kitchen.
Uh, should we do last minute errands and then leave in the morning?
It is the morning.
Remind
Last minute errands?
me, Nolan, have Randy and Branwen shared their suspicions that Gwen might be a hag?
Yeah, you told Elray to look out for her while we were gone.
Yeah, okay. Just refreshing my own memory. Yeah. Well, I think last minute errand sounds good. I am still expecting a shipment of plate armor, and also I need to find out if my girlfriend is a hag.
I hope she's not,
Sounds fun.
buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the record, that would be ideal.
Too.
So,
Anybody got anything else they need to do in Trowood or around
I
town?
need to go talk to this one lady. I have it written down somewhere. I know I do.
Is this about your goddamn fiddle, Branwen?
It is! I keep forgetting about it. I'm gonna take care of it now. Lizzie Blunt. I need to find Lizzie Blunt.
Hey, Willem, if you're looking for, if you got some suspicions about Gwen,
Correct.
she did mention that she used to date Thomas Blunt, so you might know some things.
I don't know that she used to date Thomas Blunt as well. I guess she did, considering she was courted. Yeah, that generally means dating.
So, if we're around, like, you might as well ask him what's up with her.
Yeah, funny enough, I don't think we've really ever talked to anybody from the Blunt family all that much.
It seems like they're like this really important family that we've just been skirting around.
Yep.
Maybe you could see if you could go get the 50 gold that you were promised in the first session.
Oh yeah, let's go get $50.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if there's
You can go
interest on that.
collect.
That means we need to take the Bank of Dunk with us. Dunk, you're coming with me. We're going to the Blunts.
I would love nothing less or more. Which one is it?
More,
Okay.
unless you hate this errand.
No, I'm good with it.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
I'll
right.
I would-
So all
We should
four of
work-
you are going to find the Blunts, or Willem, are you doing something different?
Let's have a quick chat about that. Would you like to take care of your Blunt situation by yourself?
I mean, do you have some? I mean, I'm not going by myself. I've got.
Well, yeah,
Duncan.
you and Dunk. I'm thinking about what happened
Randy, I
last
think.
time we split up in a town.
I mean, this town's not overtaken by a cult. No offense, seeing
Yeah.
if you're still standing here.
We've
Yeah.
got allies closer.
You guys
Okay.
all split up in a town? That sounds like a really bad idea,
Oh,
especially if there's a cult involved.
yeah, it was really bad.
It was fine.
Yeah, whose idea was that?
It was a group effort. Yeah.
It's mostly
mean,
the idea of this asshole that we had with us at the time. Kind of a lovable
He's-
asshole, I guess.
He was really edgy. He softened up a whole lot, though. Eventually.
We met because he tried to shoot me with poison darts.
Cool.
Yeah, he wound up being pretty cool, man. He really hated hags.
Hmm.
Willem, are you coming with us, or are you going to pick up your armor?
The armor was supposed to be delivered, so hopefully we run
Oh, it's
into
getting
that
delivered?
hot blacksmith on the way.
He's
And
very
then
hot.
I'll take a quick I might even just stop outside the potion stop and do a quick detect good and evil and see if I get any hag vibes, and then
I'm honestly surprised that you haven't done that.
well, I only learned how to do it like 2 weeks ago.
I don't know why we're not doing that right now.
Well, we know how it's gonna turn out. I think.
Do we?
Do we?
Can we go?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. You all head out on the road back towards Trowood, and you find the morning is actually quite warm. Finally, it seems as though the chill of the past few days has finally broken, and that with each passing day, as you make your way into the city, the streets grow busier. Fresh carts of goods and food line the streets. Walking into town, you pass a number of covered wagons making their way in down the well-trodden road. Like not long ago, the road was heavily avoided by wary travelers. So everything is going quite well for Trowood, and you make your way into town and find yourselves kind of in the thick of it, meandering through the bustling streets until you finally arrive at the market square, which you know is home to the bell tower within which Trowood's seat of government is held. If you're trying to just kind of go and see the chief there. But as you are making your way into town, Willem, you do pass Erwin Lewis, making his way with a small cart up towards the estate, and he kind of goes, "Oh, fancy running into you. I got your armor right here. You're all settled. Did you want to try it on, or do you think you're fine?"
Let's I'll give it a quick try on as quick as you can with blade armor, I suppose. Just got to make sure everything fits right.
Yeah, I'm happy to get you buckled in. And he kind of, with very like almost very calloused hands, he kind of grips your shoulders and pulls the straps and then cinches them in the back. and the armor fits like a glove, and it's a perfect fit.
Was there any undercurrent of sexual tension while he was putting this armor on me?
Roll for
Only if
sexual
you,
tension.
only if you have some. He's just doing his job.
He's hot, but I'm in a committed relationship with somebody who
Yeah.
might be a hag, so I'm fine.
He's just doing his job.
Yeah.
Is there a runway? Can we get like a
Yeah, how do you look?
Probably good.
Climb,
do like
climb,
a,
climb.
do like a walk up and down the runway in a little
Yeah.
twirl?
I'm actually gonna stop and walk over to the pastry cart that in the first session I tried to steal bread from.
Didn't you pay a child to steal bread for?
I tried to barter a bear trap with a child to steal bread for me.
That's
You
An
could have
old
just
lady
bartered the bear trap for the pastry.
is standing at the cart, and she goes, something I can get you, darling?
I will have 1 croissant, please.
Fair enough. 2 copper, son.
I reach into my bag, aka dunk, and I pull out a single gold
Ask
piece.
for consent, dude. Come on.
That's mighty kind of you, sir. Are you looking for change?
No, you can keep that.
Wait,
I have
if she's keeping the change, I'll take a croissant too.
a croissant for all my friends, please.
Fair enough. Well, have a blessed day. Very kind of you.
Oh, by the way, how do you think I look? Like on a scale from 1 to 20, how hot would you say I look right now?
Very handsome man.
That's not a
Insight
number.
check. Insight check.
I'm pretty sure I'm hot.
22.
She's on it. She's impressed, but she's just a little thrown by the question.
It's a weird thing to
That's fair.
ask someone out of the blue.
If I were 50 years younger, maybe.
Ooh.
I'm gonna give her an appraising look before I turn around and go towards the potion shop.
Before we leave, I'm gonna say bless you as well.
Thank you. Dunk, as you pull away and the group kind of starts to break off, you hear a faint, almost squeaky voice. Sir, might I offer you some bread? And he kind of he holds up a tray laden with fresh loaves. They smell very nice. You almost do like one of those floating sniffs as he approaches with it.
Is there steam
Oh.
that's coming and turning
Yeah.
into a hand beckoning him towards it,
Yeah.
It's
going
like
inside his
visually, like,
nose
going
and
inside
pulling
my
him by the
nostril.
edge of the nostril?
Oh,
Yeah.
look.
Yeah. I can't resist. You got me.
Oh, blessed day to you. That's 6 gold for the whole tray if you'd like it.
You know what? I can afford 6 gold.
What kind of vibes am I getting from this weird child?
You can make an insight check if you'd like to.
People just don't offer people bread, man.
People that work at a bakery might.
Well, for insight, I got an 8.
It seems like a perfectly eager child. Dunk, you go to lift for your coin purse. Make a perception check.
Oh no.
It's in his folds. Don't you dare.
Oh, that is a 22.
Yes, as you reach down and kind of fumble in your folds for your coin purse, your hand comes not face to face, but your hand brushes against that of another, a tiny little hand kind of shifting inside of the bag of holding around your shoulder, and you whirl around and see a young lad picking your pocket, or at least attempting to.
Oh my god, this just happened to me in Baldur's Gate.
Ah,
Okay, so my guy. I'm going
sir,
to.
I wasn't doing anything, I promise you. I was just trying to help you.
Okay. Are my folds acting up, or was there something?
My friend here, Celia, she was telling me that she was going to try to sell you bread because you looked like you were hungry, and so I was just trying to place some extra snacks in your. Please don't turn us in. So We broke as could be, and we're just hoping to make a little bit of money. That's all. That's all.
Well, here's the thing. I hate cops, so I'll buy your bread. But fuck off.
Much obliged, sir. Please take the whole thing for 4 gold. 2 gold off. The best price in town.
That'll do it.
I'm gonna.
The sin
Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
the cinder can thank you. And the two kiddos will scamper off.
Before they do, I'm gonna reach out and grab one by the collar.
You
Or
grab
attempt to.
the young lad who is making his way off. And he says, can I help you, sir? We were just messing with your friend there. All's well and good. And we are on our merry way.
I'm sure you are. And not so long ago, I was in a position not unlike yours, but I just had one question. You mentioned the Cinderkin as you were walking away.
Yeah. No.
I heard you. You don't have to do this.
I don't know what you heard, sir. Look over there. Make an insight check.
I'm staring at these kids since they said Cinderkin.
14 for insight.
You don't fall for this little trick. And he kind of starts. What's it going to take to let you leave us alone, sir?
The truth?
The truth is, we're just a bunch of broke kids living out on the street, cold, tired,
And
hungry.
you meant. I understand.
The Cinder
If you
Can,
were hungry, you
it's just a
probably
great
wouldn't be
place.
selling bread.
Well, the Cinder Can is just a great place to make money if you're interested. I know the boss. He can get you in real good.
The boss. That's
Yeah,
interesting. Who's
yeah.
the boss of the Cinderkin these days?
Oh, I don't like to drop names, but him and I are real tight. So let me just say that if you let me go, I'll talk to him, and he'll come stop by and thank y'all for your good service to
Is
me.
this child full of shit?
I am going to use my ring of telepathy and speak into this kid's head as if it was the hit 80s movie Real Genius, which is a reference none of you are going to get.
Nope.
Nothing.
But it's going to just be a random voice in his head saying, "Tell him everything."
A fellow by the name of Morgan, he pays us real well to just look around town and find things that are valuable. And did you do that? Did you put that voice inside my head, sir? Because if so, I didn't mean to mess with any people. The magic of persuasion. It's just me here and Celia. We're just trying to do right and really prove ourselves. So the Cinderkin's trying to find new people, and if we can go back and tell them that we did a good job, that would really mean a lot for our stock, and we might get to sleep on real beds. Which is mighty fine, son, sir.
Kids, if you really want to sleep on a real bed, we got a real nice place. You're gonna have to give up the whole pickpocketing thing, but we got warm beds, we got food for you back at
I think it's Bramble.
what's it called?
Marigold Estate.
The co-op.
Marigold Estate.
Y'all people that live in the Marigold Estate? This
Yeah,
never
correct.
happened. We thank you very much for your time, but we really got to be going. And they will attempt to dash away.
And I mean, I don't suppose any of us have any way we could track these children.
Just let them go. They're kids.
You can
Yeah.
attempt to like follow them with your eyes for as far as they go, if you'd like to do that.
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
at least see where they go.
I'm going to speak once more into that one kid's head as he goes away, and I'm just going to say, make good choices.
You hear a faint.
I percepted 4.
Yeah, you kind of lose him pretty quickly in the hustle and bustle of the Trowood market.
Fair.
I'm gonna turn to Randy and just say, how do you feel about that whole Cinderkin business?
I percepted 17, Chris, by the way.
Yes, you are able to kind of you watch as they kind of go down 3 blocks and left into an alleyway.
Okay, I gotta take note of that. And I go, I mean, I'd rather they didn't exist, but kind of seems like they're a different organization now.
Yeah, probably a lot less menacing than when Trunchmer ran things, but this is something I'm slightly concerned about. A thieves guild in Trowood is probably not great.
I mean, a thieves guild in a city is usually a sign of a healthy economy.
I mean,
I'm a little bit concerned.
that's
Justice, etc.
They could use some guidance, that's for sure.
These
well,
children might be being trafficked.
You're about to open a whole can of worms, bud, and we got things to do.
Yep,
yeah.
I'm
I think
aware of
we've
that.
got bigger issues, but this could be like a fun after saving the world project.
Sure.
You know who we could tell to keep an eye on them?
Thomas Blunt.
No, I was going to say Eliana. Seeing as she's come from the whole being a crafty young whippersnapper thing.
Yep.
True.
Your buddy Eliana, huh?
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are heading into um the clock tower building.
Yeah.
Could
All
we,
right.
before we go in, could we just make a quick stop by Madame Rose? Don't even have to go in. Just want to do a quick "Are you a hag?" check.
I feel like that's a thing. We'll wait outside for you. How about you do that?
Oh,
We'll
I'm
wait
not
outside.
even. I'm not even going inside the potion shop. I'm just stopping outside and getting the vibes.
Yeah, but I feel like if Gwen sees me walking with you and then lingering outside and then leaving, that'd be just bad for
Well, Gwen needs to work on. Listen, if you don't want to go, I respect that.
I don't want to
But
go.
okay, that's fine. I'm just saying Gwen needs to work on her boundary issues and accept the fact that you and I are friends.
Yeah, I'll wait I'll wait by the tower.
Okay. I will split with them for a second then, unless somebody wants to come with me. But I think I'm fine on my own.
Yeah, I'll go see the Blunts.
All right.
Yeah, I think it
Oh,
might look
we're all
a
going
little
together.
weird if we all go together to Gwen's.
All
Easier
right.
for you to slip in and out.
So for now, we will stay with the party going towards the Blunts. Um, However, the rest, Willem, you head off down a side street to head towards Marceline Moreau's apothecary. The rest of you, as you enter the Trowood clock tower, you find a rather resplendent building, not unlike the one you visited almost 3 months ago now. And you find it rather empty on the interior. There is a young gnome woman that sits behind a desk. And she kind of looks up from her, and she's scrawling across on a piece of paper, and then looks up at you as you enter. And she goes, oh, "Good morning. Do you have an appointment?"
Mm, no. We're
Oh,
here to
well,
see. I point to
citizens are
Dunk. You're
always.
here to. Dunk's here to see Thomas Blunt. I'm here to see Lizzie Blunt.
I'm here.
Well, Elizabeth Blunt
also here.
is not here today. She resides in her own manor on the outskirts of town. However, appointments must be made to see the Treef, unless you have a pre-existing reason that you might be visiting.
You could say that. I mean, it's been a while, but we're to collect a bounty of sorts.
A bounty. I'm not familiar with any bounties being placed. When was this bounty set?
While ago.
Surely you must
uh,
understand that we are visited by many concerned citizens on a regular basis, and while your concerns are always valid, you may feel free to submit them with me, and I will share them with Chief Blunt should the issue or need arise.
Okay, I don't want to pull this card, but we are the ones that are responsible for there being no more creepy, insane creatures running amok anymore.
Ah, you are the residents of the former Marigold estate, then?
Yep.
Yes. Please, wait here. And she's going to kind of push herself off, and you can see that she's seated on top of many, many books. that is allowing her to situate herself normally at this table that's clearly meant for a human or some creature, kind of double her size. And she will kind of drop to the floor and pitter off down another hallway, leaving you all in the lobby of this office. Are you waiting patiently?
Do they have like coffee in the waiting
Yeah.
room?
There is no coffee in the waiting room.
Damn.
Willem, you approach the corner upon which Marceline Moreau's apothecary is situated, um, and yeah, it stands there open. The familiar glass window panes and dangling herbs from the ceiling are all there.
Um, I'm gonna take a. Is there a window?
A big one, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna try to take a little bit of a stealthy glance and see if Gwen's in there.
Okay, roll stealth.
Oh, I'm wearing plate armor, so I get disadvantage on that.
That's
Outright.
right.
Okay. How does a 9 get me?
You're fortunate that Marceline is not quite looking at the window, but she doesn't like actively notice you, but you could potentially assume that she suspects that someone is outside. But at the moment, looking through the window, you only see Marceline behind the counter. You don't see any sign of Gwen.
I will walk in.
You hear the faint dingle of the bell as you walk in, and Marceline turns and goes, "Ah, good to see you again, darling. Tell me, I don't suppose you're here to tell me why Gwen has not shown up for work again today."
I'm sorry. Again? Has she been missing work frequently?
The girl is hard to pin down these days. To be perfectly honest, if she misses much more time, I'll need to let her go. There are plenty of young apprentices out there.
Well, I can assure you that this apprenticeship does mean a lot to her, and she must have a good reason for missing work. As you're well aware, she has to take care of her father, and he's not well.
Yes, I know her father's not doing well, but we all have our problems in life. Is there
Correct.
something I can do for you, darling?
Oh, I was actually coming here to look for Gwen.
Well, best be trying her at home, I suppose.
Yes, I will make my way there. But before I go, I was just curious. Have you ever noticed anything off about Gwen or her father, or do you know the circumstances by which they came to live in Trowood?
Ah, father's been born here his whole life, I presume. I don't know him that well. But the reality is, she's always been a bit of an odd girl. But the reality of that is that most people who like plants are pretty odd.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. All right. Well, I will
Something
be sure
troubling
to.
you, darling.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. She and I got into a bit of a heated discussion last night, and I was hoping that I
Hmm.
could soothe things over.
Lovers quarrel then. Such a shame.
Yes,
But I
a
don't
little
be
bit.
having time for this on the work day, love. If
Yeah.
you want to talk
No,
to Gwen
I
about your
completely
personal
understand.
problems, I'd prefer you keep it to your own homes.
Yes. Well, if I see Gwen, I will be sure to tell her that she needs to start being more timely for her apprenticeship.
Much obliged.
Yes. Thank you very much. And I give her a curt nod and leave the potion shop.
All
And
right.
then I'll go back to the blunt chateau.
Okay. The rest of you are all situated there, and for a little bit, in just a couple of moments, kind of waiting in the lobby, you hear the pitter patter of tiny feet across the stone floor, and the heavy footfalls of another, whom you immediately recognize as the mustachioed Baron Fowler, the head of the Trowood Guard who cornered you all those many, many weeks ago when the beast first came to Trowood. He says in his familiar and stern tone, "Well, if it isn't the heroes. Very good to see you all again. Per- Persephone here tells me that you come seeking Thomas Blunt. Perhaps there is an issue that I can help resolve so that we need not bother the chief while he is quite busy. What brings you here today?
Well, I guess first thing is that we never got our payment for taking care of those beasts.
Yes,
No
well,
fault of yours, of course. That
you
was
never
it's
did
all
come
us.
back for it, did you? We
No,
presumed
we
you
got
all
it.
dead until you caused quite the stir in the town square, with the murdered body of Gordon Trenchmer disappearing into the abyss. We were ready to try you and throw you in irons, but someone vouched for you and told us that he was the leader of the Cinder Kin. I would say that we are about even, young man. Especially given your prior transgressions against the town and its people. He kind of raises his eyes against you, Dunk.
You know, that's probably fair.
Hmm. We
We
understand
do
that
seem
you
like the
are harboring members of Borgen's band at your estate as we speak. I think it would be unwise for you to press the town for more than you could bargain for.
From my perspective, it really seems like we saved our asses twice.
He kind of looks up at you and he goes, perhaps I am too harsh. You have our thanks. And if it is truly 50 gold that you are after, Persephone can get this for you. Is there something else that you come here for?
Cool. Well, we were kind of waiting for our other guy to get here, so we could talk to Thomas personally about some about his dating history.
He has far more important things to deal with than his dating history. I must ask that you leave, or perhaps schedule an appointment with Persephone.
how long does it usually
Nah.
take to get an appointment?
Persephone, just, well, the chief is not available for the next 4 weeks, but I could gladly squeeze you in 4 weeks and 3 days at say high noon.
If we were to leave and come back at an undisclosed time of which we don't know, could we do that?
I beg your pardon. You just said
Like a
the chief has a
floating
very,
appointment.
very busy schedule, and we do not wish for it to be interrupted by the likes of you, unless you have something reasonable to talk to us about. I believe our work here is done. We are grateful,
Well, we're open,
thankful,
man.
and Persephone here will see that you get your 50 gold. And it's at this moment that you hear a voice, familiar as well. Baron! Baron! And swinging out from an office down the hall as Baron kind of closes his eyes and breathes a heavy sigh, you see the red mane of Thomas Blunt coming down the hall. And he goes, oh, it is all of you. I suppose then Baron was just talking to you about our request.
Oh, not yet. We're coming back in about like 4 months and 3 days, so we can talk to you then.
Oh, goodness, no. I would really hope that we would have the opportunity to talk about this. It's really quite serendipitous that you've arrived on today of all days. We understand. And Baron kind of cuts him off. He goes, sir, we have much more pressing issues that must be observed at this time. Make a perception check.
Oh, cocked.
And at this point, Willem, you have kind
What
of
about
arrived back into the clock tower.
11.
17?
Brian, when you notice a bit of like, not disdain, but it's a flash of anger that kind of flashes across Blunt's face. But he quickly collects himself and he goes, I believe I decide what is most important to me, Baron. Now, I am to imagine that Baron Fowler shared with you but we are well aware of your transgressions over the past couple of weeks. And we understand that you might know who's been behind this cult business that you have defeated. Who did they serve? Was it the Winter Queen of the Feywild?
No. No. Not at all.
What
You ever
makes you
see
say
a
this?
big purple dot named She?
I have not.
That's
Oh,
the thing
hey,
you say
Willem,
when
you got
walk
here.
into the room.
Yeah.
I have not.
Yep.
But
I'm surprised you couldn't hear me walking in with all the clanging from my new armor.
if what you're saying is true, then we have no knowledge of who is behind this, which means we are at just as great of risk as we ever have been. For they could return, no?
That's exactly what we're working on.
Yes, they could.
Then you are in service of us, and we are most grateful. We would ask, and would gladly fund, an excursion to the Feywild as soon as possible, so that we may uncover the secrets that lie there, so that we may know who is behind all of this.
You're speaking my language, Thomas Blunt. We are on the same page here.
How hot is
Baron-
Thomas Blunt?
He's an 18. We determined that in the first session.
Nice.
Baron Fowler clears his throat. Sir, the council has not agreed to fund any expeditions to a place that we barely know exists. The Feywild is a fairy tale. We know that it is all around us, but we know not of what lies there.
There's a big castle and a mean guy in a sphere.
Sphere. A sphere, he says. Do you believe that this man is the one behind it all? What do you
Probably
know?
not.
Perhaps
He was a he.
If we were to send you, what would you look for? Tell us.
You gotta look for this guy. I already forgot. Oh,
Valorial.
Thariel. I talked to the goddess Adara, and she told me that he's the guy.
Aaron Fowler goes, Sir, listen to these fools. They claim to have spoken with the gods themselves. Do not let them fill your
Yes.
head with fairy tales. It is quite peculiar to speak with gods. You speak the truth, large man.
My name is Randy. Yes.
Randy.
I'm
It should
not
go
good
without
at
saying
lying.
that we are eternally grateful for the services that each of you has provided. And I hope you know that we have decided to waive the back taxes associated with the Marigold estate in our gratitude.
Thank you.
Yes. To make it worth our while, you must agree to act in our service, and act in the interests of Trowood and human civilization, and defeat whatever menace exists in the Fey realm that would wish us harm. If it were the Winter Queen herself, we would expect that you'll forego any allegiance that you may hold to your former courts. And he's kind of looking at you, Branwen. He goes, Elray has told me much, and I would hope that you would forget those allegiances and defend the home you have discovered here.
Look at Branwen.
Branwen looks stressed.
I turn back and I say, I serve Adara above all else, but this seems to align with what we want. So, sure, man. Then I look back at Branwen.
I'm not swearing anything. But I will do this, but I'm not swearing anything.
Well, anything you need, you let us know. You can come straight to me. And you don't even have to roll. You see Baron kind of chaffs at this. He rolls his shoulders back and grumbles. Is there anything I can get you now that would aid you in your venture?
I mean, I was actually looking for Lizzie.
Lizzie, is there something in particular you need it for?
Got an artifact that I wanted to look at. I've been told to seek her out.
Between you and I, Aunt Lizzie isn't really all there these days. Uh, is something in particular you're looking to have her inspect?
I'll have her look at it.
Fair enough. Um, perhaps some other time. Um, she's not well today.
Insight check. 14. Is he being shady?
No, he seems pretty genuinely concerned.
Oh man.
I believe Willem has some questions for you as well, Thomas.
Chief Blunt, if it's all due respect. I have heard this title, and I would like that title respected. You have
My
questions for me?
apologies.
I think Chief.
Yes. Chief Blunt. This may be a little bit of a delicate matter to discuss, but I'd like to discuss your former entanglement with Gwen.
One of your lightly.
Yes.
What of her?
Why didn't things work out between you two?
I wasn't expecting to become chief so soon. Courtship is not a luxury afforded to someone of my stature who is so busy. Things ended quickly. How did you know that? Are you seeing her?
She and I are entangled in a sense, yes, and
Hmm.
it happened to come out last night during a bit of a game.
He looks noticeably sad. Well, I'm glad she's found someone as honorable and valiant as a hero of Trowood, and quite frankly, of the greater continent of Yusan. I wish you luck in your endeavors. Guinevere Lightly is a phenomenal young woman, and worthy of affection.
You ever met her dad?
Harold, he's a good man. Shame about his health, though. He's really been up and down the past few years. He's a good friend of my aunt's.
Is his Aunt Lizzie Blunt?
Yes.
I don't know if you're making me connect dots where there aren't lines to connect those dots, but I'm not feeling good about that.
Okay.
Um, I am going to sort of give him a good look and say, "Well, I appreciate your kind words, and I'm sure Gwen and, you know, the rest of Trowood understand why you made the decision you did, and we appreciate all you've done for the town, and, you know, your best to keep things safe." Um,
Well, I
and
appreciate that.
I think our goals are aligned there.
It has not been easy, but people like you have made it easy. And I know I was not incredibly kind to you upon our first meeting. Comes with the territory. Everyone is a threat. But I know you've done well by us, and you have our thanks. Anything that we can do to inform or support your expeditions, do let us know. Persephone can connect you. Persephone, give them the utmost priority. Should they ever need to meet with me, I am available. Beck and call. And see to it that Branwen, correct? See to it that
Yeah.
Lady Branwen has whatever artifact she needs looked at, inspected by our most dutiful librarians. Perhaps they can recommend someone who can have it repaired.
Thank you.
With pleasure. Baron, I feel it is best that we resume our conversation. We have much to discuss. And he will pace off down the hallway. Baron Fowler lingers for just a moment. He goes, "You may have his ear,
But you won't
but you
have his
have,
heart.
but you have my eyes. I am watching you."
Adara bless you.
I give him a very short little professional bow.
He gives you a curt nod in response and then turns on heel, gripping his rapier at his side. Persephone kind of clambers back up onto the chair and she goes, "Well, that went very well for you all. Here is that 50 gold, straight from the coffers." And she kind of passes it across the table and goes, Was there something you wanted me to have inspected? Ooh, ooh.
Oh, bless you, Persephone.
Oh, thank you so much. Sorry. Hay fever.
Uh, I'll take out the broken little fiddle.
Oh, goodness. What
Um,
an intricate little thing.
yeah.
Um, well, actually, have you had this looked at?
No, I've been trying to find someone to look at it.
Hmm. Well, quite frankly, my father is a woodworker. I can't say that he's ever really done much with instruments, but he could at least mend the wood. You'd probably have to find someone who could restring it, but I think he could do something for you.
Okay.
His name is Nelson Young, and he runs the the woodworking shop 3 blocks to the south.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm happy to drop it off for him if you'd like.
Oh, yeah, sure.
My
I'll
pleasure.
give her the
Anything
little
for
fiddle.
Heroes of Trowood.
Sorry for pulling "Do you know who we are" on you.
It's fine. Just about everyone does that.
It felt pretty gross.
There are
Didn't like it.
many lords and ladies who have their issue with. It's no problem.
And then, if we're gone by the time that that thing gets fixed, you can just track down Elray.
Oh, Lord Elray. Sure.
Mhm.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
it'd be my pleasure. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Is there a
Hey,
like
Dunk.
a loot center around here where we can get some more strings for it?
Unfortunately, I'm not sure.
Nah, we'll figure that out once we get the first part done. Dunk, you have some extra bread? We could leave her with a nice loaf of bread for lunch.
Oh yeah, I did buy this bread from these.
He's just carrying around a
economy.
full tray of bread.
That's
Criminal
very,
bread.
very kind of you. Um, you can leave it right there on the counter. I'm sure I'll indulge and perhaps some others as well.
I'll leave some of it. I'm
Certainly.
gonna leave a little loaf.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
All right.
Guys, we should have
Where?
a conversation outside.
What? Okay.
All right.
Adara
know-
bless you.
Thank you. And you all
I know we
make your way
have
outside.
a lot going on today and in the near future, but something's fucky. Gwen's not at work, and apparently she's been skipping work a lot, and Moreau doesn't know why.
Okay.
And hearing that Lizzie Blunt is sick and friends with Gwen's father doesn't make me feel good either.
Okay.
Do you know
So,
where Gwen lives? We could go and visit her.
yes, we do know where she lives.
Have you been to her house just out of curiosity?
I picked her up from a date there.
Hmm.
Or a date
She's
there.
never
and dropped
introduced
her
you
off.
to her dad?
I met her father in passing very quickly, and he was very grumpy.
You all met her father, actually.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Crazy. Was he sick then?
He was coughing a lot.
He's got the black lung.
The consumption.
Yeah, I mean, if it would make you feel better, Willem, we should go and visit.
we can stop by.
Because, I mean, we might not have a chance to do it in the coming
Yeah.
future.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of like Greenwarden and world-ending stuff though, so I just want to be respectful of everybody's
Let me
time.
be clear that the Green Wardens are just something that we have to get done out of obligation before we save
Yeah.
the world. I'm not excited for this encounter.
Mm.
Okay.
Randy, not Brett.
So the
All right.
clarification.
Yes, let's check in at Gwen's house then.
All right. You all make your way into the more residential part of town. It's been like the northwest corridor. A bit like 5 or 6 blocks off of the main road that you entered in on. And before long, you do arrive at a quaint little kind of Tudor style house. It has yellow clay bricks and wooden birch beams that make up the foundation of the house. And Willem, you recognize it well, so you know exactly which door to approach.
Well, I'm
will.
gonna wait around the corner because if you're about to confront your girlfriend, I don't want any part of it.
Yeah, I'll stand behind you if you need me, though.
I appreciate that. I'm just gonna do a quick check in
Here,
and
why don't
then.
you take this bread to like give them?
Yeah, take some bread.
That is a great idea. Thank you, Dunk. I will take a loaf of the bread.
Good luck.
So are you all kind of like waiting away, and Willem is going up alone?
I am, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Before entering the house, I will cast a quick detect good and evil. So as long as I maintain concentration, I can detect the presence of, what is it? Aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiends, or undead within 30 feet. Similarly, I will know if there's a place or an object within 30 feet that is magically consecrated or desecrated. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Holy shit, her house is lead lined.
Like, wow, there's 3 feet of wood at this house. And I'm just looking up exactly like how it tells you or what sensations you feel.
Oh, that's a good sign.
Shit's fucked. All right.
Audience members, Dunk just asked 3 feet of wood, you say?
I think 3 feet of wood is too much wood. I'll say it.
Assuming that Branwyn and company are standing 30 feet away from you, or more than 30 feet away from you, Willem, you are keenly aware of a fae in the midst.
Chris, can you describe what this is? Like, is it a compass? And do I know the identity, or do I just know something is weird here?
It's not a compass, and you don't know the identity. You only sense that there is a presence of fae in
Can
the
we make
30
sure
foot.
that Branwyn is 30 feet away?
Yes, I assuming that 30 Branwyn is more than 30 feet away, we'll say that she
All
is
right,
standing
cool.
at the far end of the block.
That's all I
I'm in an
need.
alley just kicking rocks.
You
I
do
will
get a sense of fae.
I will knock on the door.
I'm gonna keep an eye on the situation from afar.
How long does the spell last?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Okay.
The door opens and you see the familiar face of Harry.
Harold.
Harold, thank you, Harry. Harold Lightly, standing in the doorway, and he goes, I'm very, Willem, it's very good to see you, my lad. What brings you here? I'm afraid Gwen's not, well, she's sleeping at the moment.
Oh, I was just
You
stopping
can go and
by
rouse
with.
her if you'd like.
Oh, could I actually come in if you don't mind?
By all means, son.
Okay, I will enter the house.
Okay. He closes the door behind you, leaving it just the two of you. You've seen the interior, but have never been inside. It's a very quaint gathering. It is. It actually feels quite familiar to you from your youth. Very like plainly adorned, limited accoutrement and knickknacks. There's a nice fire going in the corner, and really everything is kind of in one room, outside of a staircase that goes up toward a landing where you imagine the bedrooms are, and he kind of goes, we'll talk softly. For
Of course.
she's sleeping.
Oh, yes. I got you some bread. Uh, fresh from
Well,
you know.
thank you very. Thank you. Thank you. That's very kind of you, son. It seems like you really tired went out at your festivities last night. She tells me she was up quite late, um, and I hope you were respectful, son.
Oh, of course, sir. Very respectful.
Well done.
Wasn't.
Well done. Mm.
Um,
So, what brings you here?
I was just coming to, give you some bread and express my admiration for you and your daughter. And also, I stopped by Marceline Moreau's shop and I was a little bit concerned that Gwen wasn't there. And Marceline mentioned that Gwen has been skipping work recently. So I just wanted to ask and sort of make sure that everything was okay.
Skipping work. Well, I, I must say that, well, it's not news per se. Gwen is very good about taking care of me. I have not been well. Um, it is but she when she says she's going to work, she said she didn't have work today, so she should be at work if she needs to be at work. But let me go rouse her. But you're not here to tattle on my daughter, are you? She is a grown woman capable of making her own decisions.
Oh, I'm very well aware of that. I was just coming to make sure everything was okay.
I think she's feeling a little tired, under the weather. This afternoon, after last night's frivolities, I assumed if she had work,
Could
she
I
would have.
actually, sir, I'm very sorry. Could I stop you for 1 second and just get a good look at you? And I'd like to put both of my hands on him and use lay on hands, expending 5 of my HP pool to cure 1 disease
Oh shit.
and cure his consumption.
What are you doing, son?
Oh, it's just recently I've been I've undergone a few changes, and I was thinking that I might be able to help you out with your illness.
Very kind, but I'm afraid this is something I've lived with for a very long time.
Hmm.
I'd appreciate if you ask before touching me again.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry for being so forward, sir. I just wanted
Is,
to get a good look on you.
is
So
everything all
to
right,
confirm,
son?
Chris, that did not work.
Did not work. Is everything all right,
Interesting.
son?
Oh, yeah.
Why don't I get Guinevere and stay right here? And he's going to walk past you and up the stairs.
Are any of my alarm bells going off, by the way?
Make an insight check.
My alarm bells of a magical nature at an insight of 14.
Define what you mean by alarm bells of a magical nature.
The spell I cast that detects desecrated or consecrated, drowned, or fiends, undead, celestials, fae.
Well, you still know there's a fae in the midst, but you
The
don't.
spell cannot go through more than 3 feet of wood or a foot of stone.
No,
So,
no, you
if
still know
Brand,
there's a fae in the midst.
is it me?
No. You know there's a fae in the midst. The spell will not, as the caster, it does not detect you.
And
Can he tell
Branwen's
that it wasn't her dad?
He cannot. He only knows that there is a fae in the 30-foot radius. Branwen is not
and
in the 30-foot radius. And you, Willem, are aware of this.
that's bad.
You hear, make a perception check.
uh 15.
You hear muted conversation, specifically, Willem is here. He's here! And Gwen quickly comes down, kind of clutching a robe to her chest. Just, darling, what are you doing here?
Oh, good morning. It's just I was
Hmm,
in town, and I picked up some bread, thought I would deliver it to you and your father.
to my house.
And yeah, to your house. You were at mine yesterday, so I
Right.
thought we were at that stage where we could call on each other
No,
at
yeah,
home.
I'm very
I
grateful.
picked you up from here
Thank
before.
you.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Wow, Dad, is Willem not the sweetest? Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, I'm just I'm still thinking about last night.
Yeah.
Just um sorry.
Yeah.
This
It
is very
was
sweet.
something
This is a very
special.
sweet surprise.
Yeah. I was looking for you and I couldn't I stopped by your workplace and Marceline mentioned that
Oh,
you weren't there and that you'd been missing work lately.
well, I just kind of get close. You know about my dad. You know about my dad.
Mhm.
Just, and I just thought I needed some rest after last night.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um,
That's
did you,
understandable. Let's
did you
just
need something? Or did you just want to see me?
I just wanted to see you and just wanted to
Make a
make
deception
sure
check.
everything was okay. That's going to be a 19. Nope, it's not. I lied. No, that is going to be a 19. 17 plus 2. I thought my deception modifier had changed.
She has like a very soft smile. She goes, that's so sweet.
So just a Fey presence in here, huh? Does he look like an elf?
Well, he looks like a pretty standard human.
Okay. There's no indication of strength for proximity of how close something is to me,
No,
right?
only within. You just know it's within the 30-foot radius.
You know, Gwen, it's the weirdest thing. As part of swearing that like blood oath, I
Knows, son. What are you talking about, blood oaths?
it's just
You best not be putting my only daughter in harm's way.
no, 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 no. Uh, I got the power to cure disease, and I tried to choose your dad, and it didn't work. It's really concerning.
Gwen gets a little angry. Did you not think that we've been trying to cure him?
You know, I wasn't sure if you tried to use divine intervention at this point, but yeah.
Hmm.
I'm gonna make an inside check on Gwen if you'll allow that. I want to see
Sure.
if this anger is real or manufactured.
Sure.
That's not a good roll. 10.
It's not like I wouldn't describe it as anger, but you could say she's like a little hurt. It's like a hurt
Mm-hmm.
anger. Um, and she kind of recoils a little bit. She goes, "Well, I appreciate you. We've had false hope before.
Mm-hmm.
I just we've been trying for a very long time. We lost my mother when I was very young.
Mm-hmm.
We imagine she passed it to him.
Mm-hmm. And you've never gotten sick.
I mean, I've been sick before. Is something bothering you?
Uh sorry, I've got a lot on my mind right now.
Do you want to go somewhere where we can talk?
Yeah. Um why don't we go outside for a second? I don't mean to bother your dad more than we have to.
Yes, why don't you go out? Guinevere, if you truly are missing work for me too much, then we need to have a conversation about somewhere else that I can go. Because I'm not to be a burden. I'm not to be a burden on my only daughter. You need to give yourself a good future. We'll talk more. She goes, yes, Dad. And she kind of shoots you an annoyed glance, which you can very clearly, ascertain as you tattled on her. Um, and she's a little peeved about it. Um, but she follows you outside. What are the rest of you doing? Are you like hiding? Are you standing in plain sight?
I'm eating bread in an alleyway.
Okay. Are
Can
you
I
just
go
all in the alleyway?
to?
I'm eating bread with Branwen.
Cool.
Can I? Uh,
Has it been 10 minutes, Chris?
No, yeah.
So my spell is no longer working?
Its effect wanes.
Okay. I was just
Get
curious.
30
if I
feet
could-
away from that house.
I was just curious if once the door was shut, you know, I still was detecting a Fey presence even with Brandman 30 feet away.
I don't know how metagamey this would be, but can I go to the front door entrance and cast a little spell?
While he's inside.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll allow that. So I'll say before Willem and Gwen exit, you approach the doorway.
I'm gonna cast Magic Circle, like right in front of the door, which creates a 10-foot radius, 20-foot tall cylinder of magical energy. And it I'm choosing phase, and it just makes it so the creature can't willingly enter the cylinder by non-magical means.
You're making it on the stoop.
Yeah, like I just want the entrance to be like lining up right where the door is.
Okay, hold on.
So, Dunk, how's it going? This is pretty good bread.
This is really good bread. It's even better knowing that like we saved those kids from,
Torture?
I don't know,
I don't
at
know.
least like thinking too much harder about a life of crime.
Hey,
I know
Dunk,
they
you
went
know what
back
you
to
should
street.
you know what you should do?
What's that?
You should hang out with Cena more often. You're her favorite, actually.
I always had a lot of respect for Cena.
I think she'd chill out more if she could hang out with you more often.
I'm picturing Dunk being like a big brother from Big Brothers Big Sisters and just mentoring inner city youths who are
Okay.
going wrong path in life.
So Randy, you center the spell on the stoop and leave, like walk away.
I'm gonna hang out outside, just kind
Okay.
of hang out in the street, in the
Okay.
circle, kicking rocks and such.
Willem,
Mhm.
you open the door and find that you cannot leave the house.
This is odd. I'm going to immediately turn to Gwen and go, Did you do something?
No, I didn't do anything. Why? Just after you. And
Oh,
Willem, you do see Randy standing out in on the street.
uh
I shoot him a glance. Willem, I go,
after you, please, ladies first.
He takes a step forward and just, I can't.
Me either.
She looks over at you and she's, what are you doing?
I haven't done anything here.
Is something the matter? I thought you two were going to talk outside.
I'm going to shoot Randy glance. Sort of a like a maybe take it down kind of thing.
do I get that from his glance to take it
It's
down?
like a
Make an insight check.
Okay. I got a 9.
You do not
we
get
can't
that from his glance.
we can't message each other, right? I can't message you.
Not if you don't have the spell.
I don't even
Yeah.
know if I can take it down. It
You
doesn't
can
say I
break
can.
you can break concentration
Oh,
on the
it's
spell.
concentration. Duh. I don't do anything for a bit.
Sorry, this is very odd. Is there another door we could leave from by any chance?
There's a back door.
She's
Let's-
mad.
And she kind of gestures to go deeper into the house.
I'm going.
She guides
the
you
moment-
through the back. Sorry, go ahead,
The
Randy.
moment the door closes, I'm gonna go find Dunk and Branwen, and I'm just gonna say, yeah, she's like for sure a Fae. We should get
Wait.
She took Willem back into the house. We gotta, I don't know, we gotta
Wait,
prepare
really?
something. Yeah.
Wait, I was
yeah,
actually right?
Yeah, you were like 100% correct. Hag, I don't know, but definitely a Fae.
Okay. Okay. What are we doing now?
We should just like
Just fucking get in there.
shit.
Oh
guess.
God. What if she's look? Wait? Do you know if she's just Fae or if she's just like if she is like hag?
She's for sure a Fae.
Okay, that could mean a couple things.
Yeah, but it's weird she hasn't said anything about
It's
it.
at least
Also-
she's at least a liar.
It's also weird that she looks human.
She's at least a liar. Okay.
I think we should
Sorry.
go
Underrated
back
comment.
back up
Okay.
wall.
Okay.
Right? Oh yeah.
Yes,
let's go
Randy.
carefully.
Did I overhear her saying something about the back door, or was I too far away?
You were too far away.
Okay.
So, what are the three of
Um,
you doing?
I'm gonna pat Randy on the shoulder. Wait, let me just double check this. Oh God, I can't type. I tap Randy on the shoulder. Screw it. I'll tap Dunk on the shoulder as well. Have fun. I cast invisibility on both of them.
Oh fuck!
Wait, where the fuck did you go?
Don't
No,
you're
you are-
invisible. That's crazy.
Wait, can I see other invisible people?
Dunk becomes invisible and goes, "Where did everybody go?"
Okay, you guys are both invisible. If you guys like cast a spell or attack somebody, then it becomes not invisibility anymore. So use this wisely.
What are you two doing?
All right, Dunk. No time to lose. Let's go to that house.
Let's get in there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna face toward the house, and I'm gonna cast message to Willem. Dude, what's up? You okay?
Willem, you hear this in your mind as Gwen escorts you towards the back, where you do see another door.
Not sure if I'm okay. I couldn't leave the house for some reason. Neither could Gwen. Getting really bad vibes. How do you want to handle this?
I message back. I just cast message again. So Randy and Dunk are invisible.
Cool.
Am I help or not?
Do you know why I couldn't leave?
I guess I didn't say.
Not really. But
So
Randy
by this
says
point, you
it's
have.
because Randy says
Okay.
she's Fae. She's for sure Fae.
By this point, you've reached the other side of the house. Randy and Dunk, are you are you just going straight into the door?
Can we open the door without breaking invisibility? It's just like attacks.
You can open the door
spells.
without breaking invisibility. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we do that.
Yeah.
All right. You hear. Gwen, I told you to lock the door. The wind blows it open.
Must be the wind.
Gwen looks over her shoulder and immediately opens the back door and she goes, "Maybe I'll see you later."
We need to have a conversation.
I think we already have. Is there something else you wanted to talk about?
Yeah. Honesty is very important to me, Gwen. Been lied to my whole life. Is there anything you want to share with me?
I love you.
Oh, never mind, never mind.
When were you going to tell me that you're Fae?
I'm not?
I have it on good authority that you are.
Who's telling you that? Brandon?
No, actually.
Deception check.
I mean, Branwyn told me that by way of Randy. So did Branwyn really tell me that?
Branwyn did tell you.
I
Branwyn
mean,
is
in
the
a
one who
very
kind of planted
literal
this seed.
sense.
Branwyn
Yeah.
told you.
Fine. I
This
deceived.
girl's gonna kill me in her sleep. Oh my god.
I'm going to deceive 14.
She doesn't really react. Just Branwyn.
Also, I can tell on my own.
Lots of new special powers.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
that for you.
So what are you?
Whatever you want me to be.
That's not the answer I was looking for. Are you one of them?
I don't know what you mean.
Randy
Or
rolls his invisible eyes and casts Zone of Truth. But not on Willem. On like just so she's right on the edge. Oh, actually,
Okay.
hold
If
on.
you
I'm
count-
getting. Whoa,
Yeah.
wait. Before I do this, I'm gonna hide in a location.
on a barrel of flour.
I'm
Well,
gonna.
that'll
There are
that'll
not
make me
many
very visible.
places for you to hide
I'm gonna
because it
find
is
a
a
corner.
one-room house for the most part. You could try to
Okay.
tuck behind a table if you'd like. And Zone of Truth does require the individual to roll as they know it's being cast.
Probably got verbal somatic components, huh?
Okay. And they beat the save, the dirty 20.
Oh, fuck.
And they feel the magical aura around them. And she kind of smiles at you, Willem. She's, your friends are really annoying. I think it's
Yeah.
time you go.
Are you a hag?
I'm insulted by the question, to be honest.
Sorry,
And quite frankly,
Lady of the Night.
I'm not one of those either. But I think it's time you go. And quite frankly, I wouldn't plan on calling upon me again. At this point, her dad is clearly noticing the 8-foot Goliath in the house, and he goes, and he just starts to wheeze, and he kind of collapses to the floor. He's, what are you, what are you doing in here? And Gwen will run over and kind of grab his dad. Dad,
Is this acting?
make an insight
Or
check.
is she genuinely dismayed? That's a 5. I'm rolling
She
really
seems
good
pretty
today.
genuinely dismayed.
I got a 23.
Um, it is acting.
Cut the bullshit.
Gwen will kind of look up at you as you say that, and she will shove her father to the ground as he kind of spatters across the dusty wooden floorboards. And she goes, couldn't leave well enough alone. I knew where you were every day, every night, watching you. Funny little token. Such a funny thing is time. For us to spend the same time together, isn't it, Willem? I've known you from the day that you were born. I brought you into this world,
Oh,
and I can
fucking
take
damn
you
it.
out of it. And her body will begin to just squelch and crunch and crack as her just this hump builds out, tearing through her green dress as her arms extend lengthy, tipped claws just scraping the floor as she just throws her father against the side of the wall like a rag doll. And suddenly, this just frayed red hair clinging to graying skin riddled with warts and boils as she looks at you and she goes, "You could have left. Could have went on your merry way to the Feywild, but now we'll get you just how we wanted you. The Moonlit Coven gets what they want. You're the price, little love." As you all roll initiative.
Holy shit! Oh fuck!
And I need to take a quick
Oh my
break.
God!
So, for all of you tuning in at home, we will be back
Here's
in just a few moments. Damn it, that was supposed to be way down the line.
Need 1 second.
one more second. All right, welcome back. If you're just
Oh,
joining
it's
us
too
after
bad
the
somebody
break.
was making scramble.
Oh my
Um,
god!
Oh, wow, that's really true. The party has uncovered a truly momentous discovery that Gwen Lightly uh, is a hag. And she stands before you in this rather
Woo!
cramped house. She stands quite tall, looming large. And as we roll initiative on our break, Branwen, it is actually your turn first. I'll have you make a perception check to determine um, if you heard
That thing's going
Harold
a little
Harold
bit
Lightly.
silly. Dirty 20.
Yes, you definitely heard the sound of a body or something heavy flying against a wall. You can use your action and your movement to get into the house, but you won't be able to do anything beyond that.
Is there like a window that I could see? No, I'll get in the house.
So you race through, you kick open the door and find your compatriots. So you only see Willem and Randy. You do not see Dunk. And you're the back of this just gruesome looking creature that you immediately recognize as a hag is ahead of you. Your eyes kind of widen at the scene before you as it is their turn. Um, and they are going to approach you, Willem, and just go, I'm gonna keep you forever. Um, and they will roll a 26 to hit.
Silvery barbs.
Okay. Are
Thank
you
you,
hit
sir.
by a 19?
I am wearing plate armor, so 19. I think is my. Hold on. Is plate armor an 18 for
I thought it was
AC?
half plate.
I want plate, buddy.
Okay, yeah, plate. I think they're the same,
Uh,
actually.
my AC is now 19.
Okay, so meets it, beats it. Um, and that will be. Sorry, I'm rolling a lot. 31. Um, sorry. 31 bludgeoning damage,
That's
and
a large
you
number.
you are grappled as she takes her giant hands and arms and just wraps them around you and brings you in very close to her chest, just like burying you in her chest and like squeezes you tighter than you've ever been
In the
squeezed
hag titties.
in the. Yep.
I'm all up in them hag titties.
Um, and yes. And she just kind of grips you and she goes, I'm never letting go. And with that, it is your turn. You can make a dexterity saving throw to attempt to escape the grapple.
That is not any sort of action. Okay, I will make a dexterity saving throw. How does a 16 do me?
You are able to kind of like you just basically take your fists and you jam them into her sides and she recoils, just like letting go just enough to drop you to your feet as you're able to draw your blade. I'll say that's a bonus action to take the opportunity to remove yourself.
Okay, I will take the bonus action to do that. And then Willem is just going to start laughing in a deranged fashion because he can't fucking win. And I am going to cast Protection from Evil and Good on myself, which will give her disadvantage on attack rolls against me. I cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by her. And that's it.
Okay.
That is unfortunately my action, so that will be it for my turn.
Okay. With that, it is Dunk's turn. Dunk, you are invisible.
From behind her, she's just gonna hear a blood curdling scream. of like let go of my friend, you bitch! And I'm going to rage, and I'm going to hit her with my shiny new blaze axe.
Nice.
They'll be flanking with Willem.
So you do have advantage.
Yes.
And he's invisible, so is that a sneak attack?
Well, he doesn't get
doesn't
sneak
get sneak
attack
attack.
bonus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fucking rogues.
Good thing I have advantage. That is much better. 28.
Hits.
I assume that'll hit. And then, oh wait, I didn't have my shit. Yeah, whatever. 12. Where's the 12? There it is. That is a fat 7 damage. Oh, and then the extra 6 fire damage. So 7 physical damage, 6 fire damage. So 13 damage.
As you go racing up with your new blazing axe, and you cut down. For the first time, all of you kind of really notice that she is now taller than Randy. She's basically filling this entire space that she's almost doubled in size as she's transformed herself. And you cut down from her shoulder blade, and she whirls around and snarls at you. Arr! And are you doing anything else with your turn?
Hit her again.
Okay.
Oh, nat 20.
You may deal
With
max
speed.
damage and then roll again.
And then, so that's 12.
This
plus,
only applies to your weapon damage and not the blaze damage.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So 12 plus 15. So what's that? 27
Yep.
plus 2. So 29 damage.
Okay.
That. Yeah. I think that'll do it.
Okay. With that, it is now Randy's turn.
I'm gonna kind of look up and I'm gonna say, Adara, I'm gonna fuck this guy up if that's cool with you. And I cast Bestow Curse onto her, which she has to make a DC 15 Wisdom save.
She succeeds.
Then nothing happens, and I scream inside my brain.
Are you doing anything else with your turn?
I am going to try to just get to a part of the house that's a little bit further away from her.
Okay. You can try to get as far into the corner as you can. It's about 20 feet away from her.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay. That brings us up to the top of the order, Branwyn.
Okay. I will take out my sword, and I am going to bonus action activate Feybound Defense, which gives me resistance to damage from Fey creatures.
Nice.
And then I will use said sword to
Fuck her up.
stab her.
Do it up.
I'm gonna stab her with it. So this is gonna be with advantage, correct? Because
Yep.
we're flanking up the wazoo. Okay. That's 25. So that one, where are all my dices? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay. So that is going to do, oh god, I rolled so bad. That's going to do 7 damage, but then it also gets sneak attack damage because I have advantage.
You do.
So that's an additional 6 damage.
Okay.
So that's a total of 13 for the first hit. And then I get a second hit, which is going to be a 24.
Oh, that hits.
And then on that one, I am going to do a use the sword's abilities to do a planar echo. So she has to make a Constitution saving throw DC 13.
She fails.
So on a failed save, the target is briefly overwhelmed by the Fey magic, and she has disadvantage on her next attack roll or ability check. She also is going to take 11 damage.
All right. Well done. Are you doing anything else with your turn?
No, that's it.
She recoils as you dance around her from behind and slash at her with your rapier at all angles. And she's going to kind of like turn her head and look down at you. And she goes, I knew I hated you. Knew it. And she is going to take one of 3 attacks against you. She will do so with disadvantage. The first one is that one definitely hits, so 23.
Okay.
So we will, the second one, however, are you hit by a 14?
No.
The second one misses. So she's going to swing out at you with her huge arms and her clawed hands, and that is going to be 16 piercing damage from one strike as she swoops
Halved
down.
because I am resistant to damage from fey creatures right now.
That's right. So 8 slashing damage as she cuts up at you with her clawed hand. And then she's going to, as she kind of turns back towards you, Willem, she's going to lash out at you with a bite as she brings down her mighty maw upon you.
He has
But
disadvantage because
does.
of the protection from evil and good.
Well, she has disadvantage already from Bramwell's effect as well.
That was
And
only for her
she.
next attack.
It was just for next.
Oh. I rolled disadvantage on both, but it doesn't matter because my first one was 7. She misses. And as she kind of lashes out at you with her bite, you manage to kind of switch to the side, and you could see like sparks fly off of your new armor as her teeth drag across your plate. Because as she kind of stands back up and rears back, she like, I'll rip you limb from limb. And with that, it is now your turn.
Okay, guys, do I do the flavorful thing or do I do the optimal thing?
Flavor.
Always flavor.
Always, yeah.
Always
Always
RP
flavor.
over combat.
I
That's why I
will.
tackled trash for
It's his
fun.
min-max heart.
Yeah. I will just level my sword at her and say, this is between us. And use compelled duel.
Wisdom saving throw, yes?
Yes, wisdom saving throw, and the DC on that
She fails, for
is
sure.
It's 12.
She fails.
Okay. So she now has disadvantage on attack rolls against anything other than me, and she must make a wisdom saving throw each time she attempts to move to a space more than 30 feet away from me. If she succeeds on this throw, the spell doesn't restrict her movement for that turn. The spell
Got
ends
it.
if I attack any other creature. If I cast a spell that targets a hostile creature other than her, okay. Oh, if a creature friendly to you damages the target or casts a harmful spell on it, that was fucking useless.
But it was
For
cool.
for like one time.
Huh?
It works like one round.
Yeah. So then I will go to hit her with my flame touch sword. Can I, as a free action, speak the word to make the sword go on fire?
That is a bonus action. Is compelled duel a bonus action?
It is.
Then no, you cannot speak your word to light up the sword. I'm sorry.
That fucking sucks. I'm gonna try to hit her twice with the flame touch sword.
Okay.
She's probably. Oh, do I have advantage on hitting her, or does she just have lots of disadvantage right now?
She just has lots of disadvantage right now.
Yep. Okay. Well, my first attack was a 1, so that whiffs. My second one is she hit by a 16.
She is not.
Okay. Well, this fucking sucks. And I pass my turn.
All right. With that, it is now Dunk's turn.
Dunk him up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna smacker. Do I still have advantage for flanking?
It's
All right. Let's see, 5 and then 6.
Well, we're flanking. Didn't I get advantage on her?
the person flanking gets advantage, is my understanding, because they're coming at them from the
Okay.
side. Yeah.
And I'm right in front of her. Okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
Does
Rules are stupid.
a 15 hit?
That does not hit.
Dang. Well, then I'm gonna try that again. Does a 21 hit?
That does hit.
Nice. So that'll be 18, 20 plus 5, 25 damage.
Well done. Wow. Holy shit. All right. Are you
Yeah,
doing
it's
anything else with your turn?
no, that'll be it.
All right. Randy, it is your turn.
I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast it like the weapon's shape is going to be an identical copy of the Flame Touch sword.
Nice.
And if Willem's right-handed, it's going to go on his left side and just kind of float beside him.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
I
I
do
that.
use a shield, but that is cool.
It's still going to be there.
Wait, if you use a shield, then your AC is 21.
AC goes up by 1 with a shield.
That was +2.
So the AC, it's +2.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure, yeah.
I thought it was
That's what it is in
+1.
Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
So it's an 18 from the plate, and then I thought I was getting 1 from the shield.
I
Hold on.
think a shield is +2.
Well, my AC might be 20. Yep, it adds 2 to your AC. Yeah, my AC is 20.
I'll give you a point of inspiration. I will not remove the damage, but I will give you a point of inspiration.
Thanks, Chris.
And
We're all
then
figuring things out. Sorry, Randy. Go for
no,
it.
you're good. And then for my action, I will take out my trusty guiding bolt, and I'll
Nice.
shoot her. Range spell attack. I always forget how to roll that.
I think it's just a ranged spell attack.
Yeah, it's 16.
That does not hit.
Fuck. Wait, but I get advantage?
You are not flanking. It's a ranged spell attack.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's my turn.
Doesn't the spiritual weapon get to attack, or not the turn it's summoned?
Not the turn it's summoned, because it's a bonus action.
That's a
Does it
bonus
roll its
sandwich.
initiative or it just rolls with it? Just hits with you?
It's just with me.
Okay, cool. That brings us up to the top of the order with Branwyn.
Debbie stabs. Take that out, don't. The first one is it 21.
That hits.
And I am going to. It's flanking, so I get sneak attack damage. And then I'm also going to add on a blade flourish and do a slashing flourish to do another extra d8 of damage.
Okay, so how much is that total?
So that is 11 plus 3. So 14 plus sneak attack is 15 for the first one.
15 total or an additional 15?
15 total. And then I will take my second attack, which is going to be a, thank God I have advantage because one of them was a 1. That's going to be a 22 to
That
hit.
hit.
And that is going to be an additional 10 damage.
Okay. You dance around her once again, slicing and dicing with your rapier, and you cut a number of gashes across her kind of like rib cage area, and she recoils at every hit. You get the sense that she's not at her full strength, and that she's not doing well. And it is now her turn. She's going to kind of clutch her side and recalling the spell that you cast, Willem. She goes, "You want to just make it the two of us? Call off your friends. I'll kill you myself." And she will then lash out with her clawed blade or clawed hand to strike you.
Still has
Not hit by a
disadvantage.
14. Yep. You're not hit by a 19, but you are definitely hit by a 25.
Silvery barbs.
Well done.
I love this spell.
She misses
I'm
all of
loving
them.
you for this spell right now because if she hit me, I might die. I'm at 23 hit points.
She lashes out with you with one swing. You deftly dodge out of the way, lashes at you with one more, and you manage to punt, like kind of like parry her clawed hand to the side, and you smack it down with your shield. But as you kind of expose your entire midsection, her gaping maw comes hurtling down to bite you. But almost like this kind of magical sensation, like hugs her back and to the side, and she completely chomps down in the air in front of you. And you kind of look past her, and you see Branwen kind of like holding her hand up to her head, casting the spell and preventing it from hitting you. And it is with that now your turn.
I will speak the bonus action. Say flame on and make that funny, shiny fucking sword do the thing. And then I will attempt to hit her.
Rolls a hit.
Is she hit by 17?
He is hit by a 17.
Yeah! Okay, here comes the pain now. That is going to be 14 slashing damage.
Okay.
And 3 fire damage.
All right.
We're going to repeat the process.
By all means.
She's probably not hit by an 11.
She is not.
Okay. That's
However, as your flame touch sword just slices up in motion, leaving burnt embers across her chest, she again kind of clutches it with like her grizzled hand, and she looks up and she goes, "Maybe we could work something out, Willem. You always wanted to be free of us, didn't you? Didn't you?"
correct.
And well, I can make that happen. With that,
Mhm.
Dunk, it is your turn.
I'm just gonna say, I'll just shut the fuck up. I'm just gonna hit her.
By all means.
15 doesn't hit, right?
It does not hit.
Dang. We'll go again. Nope. No hits.
Okay.
And I don't have anything to bonus action, so.
At the end of your turn, she will expend a legendary action to cast Fog Cloud, bathing the room in this just like dense, almost green haze of fog. And you can see like her shadow, and you can hear her claws scraping against the wooden floor, but you can't see her as clearly as you could previously. So those of you with advantage now have normal attacks against her, and those of you with normal attacks against her have disadvantage. And with that, it is Randy's turn.
All right.
And
Spiritual
you may
weapon, do your
also
thing.
attack, yeah.
Hopefully 14 to hit.
That does not hit, I'm afraid.
And I'll guiding bolt her again. And that also doesn't hit.
I'm sorry. Are you doing anything else with your turn?
No.
As the spiritual weapon and guiding bolt fly past through the fog of cloud, you just hear this like menacing cackling. As you go up to the top, and it is Branwen's turn.
In a very smooth motion, I'm going to do something that probably doesn't make any sense, but it's gonna sound really cool. In one hand, I take out my little fiddle, and I will use my sword as the string and play a single note, which probably isn't possible, but whatever. And by doing that, I'm casting Dispel Magic on the fog cloud.
You do so, and it just sounds like this horrendous note across your fiddle, but the kind of you see like these little bits of little musical notes fly off in different directions and dispel the cloud of fog, leaving you in a normal room. And she kind of turns and rears her head towards you again with a menacing glare, Bran, which goes, "You."
Get fucked. Is she in the same spot where she started?
It's
Yeah, that's my turn.
all right, Willem. It is now not your turn. It's her turn.
Correct.
And she is going to attempt to strike at you with disadvantage. 21 on the first one.
That
Silver
hits.
barbs.
How many times can you do that?
She can do it once per turn.
For as many
Um,
spell slots I got, baby.
That unfortunately ended up being higher. You
Damn.
re-roll just the
Okay.
roll. You re-roll the roll, not the attack, right? That would make sense.
You
Yeah.
re-roll the 2 hit, not the damage.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it was more so like, do I have to roll again with disadvantage? But I don't think I do. So the second one does hit, or the first attack does hit after the second roll, but only does. Wow, she rolled terribly. 6 slashing damage. Also,
Okay. Also,
hold on,
And she poops her pants a little bit.
just a little tiny bit.
She's not wearing
Like
pants.
it's like a little rabbit pellet.
Never mind. Okay. She will roll to strike at you again, but terribly, misses just completely awfully. And she's going to kind of rear back and take a bite at Branwen. And misses terribly again. You can tell that she's just lashing out in every direction, wherever she can, just frantically sending her mighty maw and clawed hands in every direction. And Willem, it is your turn.
okay. I will, as a free action, ask. You wanted to make a deal? What's your deal?
I make a deal with you. You plant a seed for me. It'll give you anything you want. You let me go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The seed will sprout a plant so powerful. It'll give you whatever you need, eternal life, even.
Mm-hmm.
You need but only spare me here. Think of the good times we had. Think of the, what was it, 5 times last night?
Yeah. Willem will just like look on the ground for a second and then look towards his sword and go, "How's this for a deal?" Before I slash at her.
Rolls a hit.
Before I do that, if you will allow, I would like to cast Hex as a bonus action.
You can.
I will give her disadvantage on Wisdom saving throws, and every time she is hit by me, she will take an additional 1d6 necrotic damage.
Okay. Roll away.
Are we hit? We're not hit by a 16.
You're not hit by 16, I'm sorry.
Okay. But we fucking are hit by a 24.
We are.
Where's the d8? That is going to be 11 slashing damage, 3 fire damage, and 6 necrotic damage.
How would you like to do this?
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm fucking chopping her head off, man.
He sees out of the corner of her eyes you bring your blade. So you first you cut once, and she kind of manages to fling the blade away with one of her mighty claws, and you immediately turn back around and you come slicing across her head, and she sees the blade out of the corner of her eye, and she just kind of looks to you very slowly, and you feel almost time seems to slow down around you as she makes intimate, direct eye contact with you, and she goes, "The Sisters of the Moonlit Coven always come back." Um, and your blade slices clean through her neck, and she just erupts in a shadow of green tendrils flying out in every which way direction. And Randy, being the closest, you are able to see the form of Harold Lightly just crumple and just almost compact in on itself in a disgusting, bone crunching heap. And the air goes silent, and her mighty form just collapses to the ground. And Willem, you stand there, blade flamed but just singed with this kind of dark green sludge that seems to drip onto the floor over the body.
I'm just panting really fucking hard, looking down at her body.
Holy shit.
Did her dad see all this?
No, he's gone.
I don't think she ever had a dad.
Hey, Willem.
Yeah.
I think you fucked your mom.
Really what you want to say right there?
Yeah, he's just gonna wheel on his heels and look at Branwen, covered in gore, and say,
I'm sorry, it was all I was thinking about. That was pretty fucking cool, though.
yeah, it was seriously not cool, but thank you all for helping with that.
You wanna rob this house?
Uh, okay. So Nolan knows things from Baldur's Gate 3 that may not be necessarily applicable here. That Willem does not know.
Well, actually, that's not true. If Branwen has shared with you the learnings from a book that she purchased during her 2 weeks off, which I
I'm pretty
presume
sure I did.
you did,
Yeah.
you would learn that hags are only well and truly killed when killed in their own lair.
Mm,
Hmm.
assuming this is not
Oh,
her lair.
yeah, this definitely wasn't a lair. We probably would have been dead if this was a lair.
Doesn't
Uh,
really give layer vibes.
I'm gonna go up to Gwen's room though.
Okay. You make your way upstairs. Are you looking for anything in particular? Or are you just kind of trying to get a lay of the land?
I will perceive, but then I want to ransack the place and look for anything that can inform or help me.
Okay.
Does this place have a cell? Oh, you finish that first.
Make an investigation check.
I investigate. I investigate 10.
It looks like a pretty plainly adorned room. You get the sense that Gwen and her father shared the landing, but like on separate sides. This is like definitely by all means a poor family's home. You don't find anything of note, but you do find a locked footlocker at the base of what you have now known to be Gwen's bed.
I would like to try to hack that open with my sword, please.
Roll to hit.
Do I get advantage because it's an immovable object?
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know that I need advantage. The advantage would be at 18.
You are able to hit the um, chest with some fury, but it does not unlock it. However, you are kind of like pushed back, not like thrown or hurtled back, but you do feel the sense of like magical force energy that emanates from the chest, having struck it with a blade of considerable force.
I'm gonna yell downstairs, Randy, Branwen, there's magic shit.
Yeah, I'd go up there.
I also trot up there.
I
What
hit
are
the
we looking at?
I hit the chest and it pushed me back and it's locked.
Can I inspect it for magic?
Make an Arcana check.
13.
Yes, there is definitely a magical ward that is protecting this chest.
Oh, yeah. I blow into my hands and go, and I put my hands on it and I cast Dispel Magic.
Oh my god, I was
Um,
gonna do that.
each of you note a kind of like shimmering blue and green hue kind of shatter, leaving just a normal locked chest before you.
All yours.
Lockpicky.
Make a sleight of hand check.
So good. Beep bop little. 27.
Yeah, you kind of like just by merely like putting the lockpick inside and like turning slightly, the lock just comes undone and sloughs to the floor, and the lid even kind of springs open a little bit, giving you the sense that the lock was actually keeping it shut.
I want to give Bramwin a high five because I think we did a
Yeah.
really good job.
That was
I think we
super
did.
cool, you guys. Be careful opening that though.
I
belongs to
just
a
hand
hat.
it to Willem. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick the lid off.
All right, you
Sword
kick
ready
open the
though.
lid and find, the top is just covered with robes, clothes. Um, the green dress that you met Gwen in on that first day in Trowood Square. For the most part, just at least without digging around in it, it appears to be an ordinary footlocker.
I'm digging.
All right. As you dig deeper in and pull off the top layer of clothes, you find a number of items that are of interest to you, particularly an old and kind of tattered book that is not locked, but it does have like one of those little like ropes that it's kind of twine that's keeping it sealed. You also find a little leather pouch um, and a cloak of like black feathers that feels really, really heavy, like it's wrapped around something.
I'm gonna turn to Branwyn and say, and I know it might take a little bit of time, but could you get El Rey or maybe Lyra in here by any chance? I'm kind of curious about this stuff, but I don't want to go dicking around with Fey magic necessarily. We could also go to them, I suppose.
I can try. Yeah, I'll cast sending to Elray. Hey girl, hey. If you're not busy, could you come stop by the Lightly house? Well, we can explain in person. What you wearing?
He just replies and says, "I'm on my way back into town as we speak. I'll be there momentarily." Um, are you doing anything while you wait, or are you just kind of sitting there awkwardly?
Is there a cellar?
There is no cellar that you can identify.
Is there any other just
I
like
want to
record
just look for
stuff?
in like nooks and crannies, any like hidden space. I want to look for any like hidden spaces.
Make an investigation check.
That is a 15.
As you kind of scan the room, you kind of run your hands along the wall, and you don't find anything that would give way to a hidden room or anything of that nature. But you do find a hidden panel in one of the kitchen cabinets. So the room, as you kind of get the lay of the land, is really just, or rather, the house itself is really just one big room. If you're familiar with Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, it's very similar to the house that all of the old people live in. And they just like
There's an
it's like
old
one
person
room.
rat king in here.
Yeah, there's just like a lot of not many accoutrements. There's a small hearth, one table, and then most of the room is just kind of the living area. But in the kitchen space, you do manage to find a loose panel in one of the cabinets, and you find all manner of like peculiar apothecarist supplies, including a jar of pickled eyes, and a black gemstone suspended in kind of an odd goo.
Gross. I take that out and I'm just holding it.
Okay.
Willem,
I
by
was
the way,
really
has
expect.
sheathed his sword and he's just went over to a wall and he put his hand on it and he's just looking down and he's gonna have a little bit of a cry.
Randy recognizes this and goes over to Willem and kind of pats him on the back and says, that was rough."
I will look at Randy and just go, thought I had one good thing in my life besides all of you. And they took it away. Again.
If it's any consolation, we're not hags.
Thanks.
You can at least count on that.
Yeah. Yeah. I believe you. It's just yeah. This is to put it mildly, bit of a bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not only did I, was lied to by somebody I trusted and made love to, but turns out she was also my hag mom. Not really clear how that worked, but I'm not happy about it.
Can I take a look at that cloak?
Yes.
Go for it.
Are you opening the cloak?
I'm asking Willem first.
Oh, okay.
Oh, be careful, but do whatever you want, man.
Cool. Yeah, I go and open it up or see what's going on there.
As you peel back the leather or the raven feathered cloak, bits of feathers kind of fly off in different directions, and this beautiful, like dark, like almost opal, a nice word for black that I can't think of. Black
Ebony.
Onyx.
onyx orb is situated neatly. It like the darkness of it is almost never ending. There is like a large crack that kind of goes along the orb itself, and you feel heavily drawn to it. Um, and as you're kind of staring into the abyss of this orb, you see for the first time that you've been staring into the smiling face of Lady Ophelia.
This orb doesn't remind me of at all of the Drakenvoss orb, does it?
It does not,
Okay.
but
Just
you
making
are
sure.
making direct eye contact with Lady Ophelia.
It's the
Oh.
Palantir from Lord of the Rings.
That's yeah, okay. Uh there's a lady in here.
What? Willem turns and looks at the orb.
And her face turns to look at yours, and a wry smile creeps across the beautiful auburn hairs woman's face.
I should have known.
And then she'll kind of pace out of view, and the orb's blackness beckons to you once again.
You know her?
That, my friend, is Lady Ophelia. That's the one who's sucking Waltham's life energy in the Butcher's Pass in that scary house.
Oh,
She's a hag.
no way. She sucks.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she's one of the three of them, as far as I know.
That many.
Well, there's Talia, there's Ophelia, and then there's this one.
We can
And I
kill
had a
them.
spooky dream where there were three of them, and one was Talia, one was Ophelia, and the third one was cloaked in shadow, and I couldn't see who it was. So I assume there are only three, but maybe there's just three in charge.
One down, two to go.
Oh, she's not gone.
What?
We have to kill her in her lair. I think this
Cool.
was sort of just like a chill zone. It wasn't really a lair.
Hmm.
Okay, I put away the orb in the cloak again, and I will pick up the book and untie it and just kind of page through it a little bit.
I'll say that you can spend about 20 minutes thumbing through the pages, at which point Elray will arrive. And while you're kind of scanning through the pages, she makes note of it is her personal journal. Um, and she makes note of the enchantment on the random passerby that she met, who you interpret to be Harold Lightly, who she's been masquerading as her father, um, to kind of blend in about town. Um, and then goes on to describe knowing full well that one day the boy she brought into this world would make his way to Trowood if Talia and Ophelia didn't get to him first. Um, and she speaks about them kind of like coldly. You're not able to like you're just thumbing through, so you're looking for like mentions of Willem and things of that nature. So I'll say if you want to spend more time with it, you can get more inclination about how she speaks at the other two. But she does have as you're kind of scanning through the pages, when you first see Willem's name mentioned for the first time in a large frequency, is when you all first met in Trowood a couple months ago. And she remarks meeting him in the square and immediately him being taken with her. And then you guys going on your mushroom hunt together, and then goes on to describe at length the date that they had, and how it is only a matter of time before she has him well in hand and can reveal the truth to her, so that he might be willing to join her in eternal power. She quotes.
Once
Um,
Randy gets to the Willem stuff, he's gonna shut the book and give it to Willem out of respect.
okay.
But you can keep describing it if Willem wants to read it.
Anything good in there, Randy?
Not doesn't really seem like my kind of reading. But that you should take a look if you want.
Yeah, I will pocket the journal.
The one thing that you did take away from the book beyond the information about Willem Randy as you were scanning is it does also have a frequent note of the many bargain that she's made with passerbys in town as her true self. And she remarks frequenting them in the mountains.
Oh, okay. I'll also she's in the mountains. It seems.
Is there anybody in town that we know that she's made a bargain with?
No names that you immediately recognize.
Yeah.
And at this point, Elray does enter and kind of sees the scene on the floor. Goodness, so it would appear as though you were correct.
Ranwin and Randy were correct.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry, dear boy. It is not a curse that one might have to deal with on their own. I am glad that friends were here to guide you through it.
As am I. This could have gone much poorer than it did.
Indeed.
There were some things that I thought you might be able to clue us in on. But yes, I don't really know what to do from here now.
Ellery will pull you aside, Bramlin, and go, perhaps you ought to take him home and to remove him from this
Yeah.
place.
Yeah. Hey, Willem,
Yeah.
let's go.
Oh, okay. I guess.
Come on, get.
Willem, I will collect these things and ensure that they can deal you no harm before I return them to you.
I appreciate
We
that.
won't leave till the morning. We'll take the night here.
I believe that
Yeah.
wise.
Willem is gonna Charlie Brown out of the house.
That's so sad.
Ellery will
He
stop
just killed his mom girlfriend.
Ellery will stop you, Bramwin, on the way out. He goes, I'll see to it that this is properly covered up. He knows she's not gone. That's right.
Yeah. Maybe check in on Thomas Blunt because he had a thing with her.
Yes, I was aware of that. I will indeed look into this. You should
Yeah.
enchant the house tonight for extra protection.
Okay. Will do.
Be safe.
Yep. My Willem.
He's continuing to Charlie Brown and just kick the dirt.
All right. You all make your way back to the estate then?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And I go drag our leftover keg out of the kitchen.
All right. You make your way into the house. You don't see any of your normal housemates except for Sina, who kind of sits by the fire, her legs like perched over the arm of the chair, her head kind of buried in a book. She looks up as you enter, kind of bloodied and battered, and she just goes and returns to her book without really paying you any mind.
Oh.
What you reading?
A book?
Cool.
Did
I'm getting
I
close
thought you
to
guys
being able to
were?
read.
I thought you all were going to the Greenwardens. I don't. That's not the Arch Druid's blood, is it?
I
Nope.
wish.
Did something happen?
Yup. Willem is just gonna trudge upstairs, slam the door, and then you're just gonna hear a heavy thud as he just like takes off the armor and just slams it to the ground.
We somehow hear the Vince Guaraldi trio coming from up there. I'm just gonna fill up 2 mugs of ale and just be like, we killed his girlfriend, kind of,
Oh
And
my
his
god.
mom.
and his mom.
Both of them? I thought his mom was already dead.
Same.
They were the same person.
What? Wait. So Gwen was actually she was what you thought she was?
Gwen was his mom.
His
Oh, and a
hag.
hag.
But
And
you know
yeah,
that's
Yeah,
not
one
how
of
that
his hag
actually
moms.
you know that's not how it actually works, right? Like she didn't birth him.
I don't actually know how hag moms work.
He's a hexblood. He the hag coven like basically wills it into existence. He was still birthed by his actual mother.
I was gonna say, does Willem not have a belly button like Kyle XY?
Oh my god! Oh my god! I forgot about Kyle XY.
You
I
do.
can't believe
Wow.
you pulled out a Kyle XY.
That's a
I
really
know
deep
nothing
track
about Kyle.
reference.
I know nothing about Kyle XY other than that he doesn't have a belly
Holy
button.
shit.
what the fuck is Kyle?
She kind of like closes the book and looks at you all, and she goes, she like closes the book and looks at you all. She goes, so he's really not doing well.
No.
Mm-mm.
Fame. And Phil head off
I
into the
offer her
kitchen.
one of the mugs of ale.
She takes it, and she gives you like a very soft smile.
Okay.
Thanks.
I'm
And
gonna
she
go
walks
bring
off.
the other one up.
You hear very soft, out of tune singing coming from Willem's room.
I bring him the mug. I bring Willem the mug. I poke my head in. I'm like,
It is
hey,
Linkin Park's In the End, by the way.
hey, buddy.
Fantasy Lincoln Park.
I'm just looking at you like, yeah.
My hand squeaks through the crack in the door with the mug of ale.
I'll Charlie Brown up and take it from you, and then just like meet your gaze and be like, thank you.
Do you want buddies?
I could use a buddy or 2
Okay.
or 3.
I'm gonna go grab my own drink. It got taken from me. I'll be right back. I go get another drink and I just go and sit awkwardly and
Yeah.
hang out.
I
I'm
joined.
just
Yeah.
crisscross applesauce on my bed, just like the 1,000-yard stare, sipping my ale.
Do you want to talk about it?
Sure. Why does my life suck so fucking much?
Hmm.
Oh.
Okay. Off
All
to
all I ever did was be born, and then it was hags, manipulate the townspeople and then kill your parents and burn down your house. Your girlfriend's a hag who's also your mom.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like the situation where like it all balances out in the end, you know? So like all the real crap, like if the more real crap stuff you have happen, it's just gonna like balance out later.
That might happen. I mean, not to get all mushy, but like at least I got you guys. And if you guys didn't say, "Oh, she's definitely a hag, you gotta watch out," then that could have gone on for much longer, and who knows how much more serious things could have gotten.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe things will get better, but maybe they won't. Maybe we can just drink about
Thank
it, you know?
Thanks for actually believing us when we said that though.
I mean, yeah, you guys, I know you don't just say shit for no reason, and she was acting real weird and trying to. She really didn't like you. She was trying to turn me against you a lot, and I thought it was just her being weird and jealous, but she was, like a hag. Willem will just turn slightly and hit the wall softly and go, "I busted 5 times."
Come on, man.
I lost my virginity to a hag, guys. That's like the worst.
Nice. Oh.
Brandon is trying so hard to keep a straight face.
No, he's like trying to make things a little lighter now.
Am
Oh,
I
well,
allowed to laugh at this?
You are allowed to laugh at it.
I
It
do
is
laugh at it.
horrifying but kind of funny.
Oh man, dude.
Did you love her?
No. No, she tried to pressure me to say it, and like, I don't know, I always thought it was odd how aggressive she was and how serious she was trying to be very quickly. And I mean, he sort of takes the pendant that he had and rips it off and he goes, "She gave me that," and he just chucks it
Oh, you
across
should
the room.
destroy that. You should destroy that. Here, put it on the ground. I'm just gonna
Any
stab one.
I was gonna say, anybody have like a fantasy Zippo lighter?
what are we waiting
You
for? And I'm going
fantasies
to
of a
take my
letter.
axe and I'm going to come down on it.
Yeah.
As you bring
Willem,
your axe down upon it, you hear a metal clang as the almost faux wood or paint around it chips away, revealing a small iron token beneath the facade.
Hey, Dunk. Wait, Randy. Dispel it.
yeah,
Dispel it. I don't have
yeah,
spell
I'm
slots left.
I'm out of magic.
Shit. Hey, hit one of us. Hit one of us,
Wait,
Dunk.
wait, hey, I'm gonna say, well, hopefully this will help. I'm gonna give him a first level spell slot. Does that do it?
It's third level.
Shit. Okay. Nope. Sorry. I tried.
No, wait. It's third level.
We have like lead. Do we have a bunch of lead?
Do we have? I don't think we have lead.
Is your Branwyn, sorry for giving you a hard time about it this morning, but that teleportation circle you got, is that working yet?
Theoretically, it can work.
Why don't we just chuck it in there and send it away?
Why don't we just take it into the woods and put it in the ground?
I think it should be, and you know what? Maybe it should be destroyed.
Okay.
But we're gonna leave it downstairs tonight. Oh, maybe, um, Willem is gonna awkwardly go, "Cena."
You hear some faint footsteps up the stairs. Did someone call?
Yeah.
Listen, I heard about what happened.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. You don't
I
deserve that.
appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm gonna point at the token and go, "Can you get rid of that because we can't at the moment? Please
What do you want me to do with it?
Well, me
destroy it."
and Randy wanted to at least dispel it or something, but we're kind of tapped.
So looks at you a little uncomfortably, and she goes, um, "Are you asking me to like dispel it? Like you want me to cast magic on it?"
Are you
Can I
not?
can I insight check
Sure.
real quick? Um, that's a 15. Bless you,
Um,
Cena.
thank you. She is like visibly uncomfortable.
Oh wait, no, we could just ask Gallery to do it.
Oh,
We'll
wait,
do
hang on.
that.
Let me try.
I
Let me try you, Brainwin. Give you a spell slot back.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, sorry. It's a first level, so
Damn it.
you can go to the other thing.
But you
I
can
have
We could cast
natural.
fairy fire on it, so it's really sparkly.
Cena
Ooh,
will
yeah.
pick it up and just go. I can get rid of it, or at least put it away for now.
Cena, does Willem pick up on the uncomfortable vibe?
Yeah.
I can roll an insight for it if you
You
want.
you pick up on it.
Okay. If that's not something you're comfortable doing, I don't want to feel
No,
like
no, it's well, I haven't been able to.
Oh,
So
is it since the incident?
yes, it's since the incident.
Okay.
Here,
Do
no,
you
we'll take care of it. Toss it.
want
She
Maybe.
to
lightly tosses it back to you. This isn't about me. This feels like a you night. So if you need anything, just let me know. But I'm gonna go.
uh that's fine, but I just want you to know that like we are here for you if you need to talk about anything.
She stares at you very plainly. Thanks.
Have a good
You can
night.
drink up here and be sad with us. We're having
Yeah.
sad times up here.
Sad time seems like kind of your thing. So
She chuckles a little bit at that. Yeah, okay. I'll stay. He sits down.
Ugh.
can
I'll go get. Do we need more drinks? I feel like we need more drinks for this.
Yeah, I can help. And she'll
Okay, I go get more drinks.
as you're walking down the stairs, she goes, "Wow, he really taking this one in the teeth. He's usually
Yeah,
a bit more resolute than this, no?"
I said the worst possible thing right after it because I was thinking it the whole time and it just came out.
What did you do?
I kind of pointed out that he fucked his mom.
She is gonna like stare at you, but at the same time, she's going to laugh. Like she's gonna go like, "That's awful. You should be. You shouldn't have said that."
Oh no, I feel really bad about it.
But he kind of did.
He did.
That's not how it works. But he kind of did. Come on.
Also, sorry, I didn't know about the whole magic thing. Drinks.
It's okay.
We're getting more.
Yeah, I didn't really want to. I mean, I kind of figured you guys knew, but I didn't really want to get into it.
No, we're honestly pretty clueless most of the time.
I've gotten that.
Yeah.
And she
I
helps
might be
you
offended
bring a
with that
couple
if
of
it wasn't true.
more mugs up into the room.
More drinks.
Yep,
And we
Willem
drink.
is just gonna down one gulp.
I think.
Um,
Do we have a slumby? I feel like we should have a slumby.
I'd love to have a slumby.
We have a slumby.
Willem is gonna sort of lean on whoever is closest and go, I don't really want to be alone right now.
It's Dunk for the reference.
Okay.
Yes!
He's comforting. That's good.
He's so soft.
Yeah.
You can like sink into one of my folds a little bit.
Yeah.
Not all the way, but like
Yeah. Willem will look up at you and go, it's cool and really nice that you raged even though you're dying from raging.
Oh
I
yeah.
appreciate it.
Oh,
Dunk, make
right.
a Constitution
we
saving
need to
throw.
do that. Okay, what was Constitution save? Okay, that's pretty good. 17.
Okay. You feel no effect of the curse
Nice.
or affliction.
Willem, I know it's like kind of weird having that stuff happen right after you you have you have sex for the first time. But I promise you that
Xena
at
goes,
least
she's drinking.
well, at least for me, like after I had sex for the first time,
Oh,
it really wasn't it was really weird for a couple days, and I was alone a lot. And I thought a lot about where my life might go and how I would feel. So, you know, if you're thinking of those things too, tenfold because it was your hag mom and we just killed her, that would be totally understandable that you would be feeling these strange things. And if you ever want to talk about um, sex, I'm not the person to talk about it with because my experience is really not that great. But I think that if you would talk to somebody else in the room about it, I think that might be really helpful for you. I know that Dunk has had sex a lot. Branwyn, unclear, but she had a boyfriend, so some point probably. Cena, don't care to know. Willem, well, all I'm trying to say is that sex is meaningless and really trivial unless you do it with the person that you love. And clearly, you did not love this woman, Gwen. And as long as that's not a thing, it really shouldn't matter. Um, I think that you are in a place right now where you can really think about who you are and who you want to become. I think that you would like to be the person that Randy's going to keep going until somebody stops.
Yeah, Willem's just looking at
We
you,
don't
slack
stop.
jawed
We
right
don't
now.
stop.
Xena just continues to drink like the entire time he's talking. Like, and her face is
Uh-huh.
getting really flushed.
Holy
Thank you
shit.
for that, Randy. Much to process.
Yeah.
Willem will at this point turn to Dunk and go, Do I need to get checked or like tested or anything?
Ooh, that would not be a question I would be able to answer.
Willem, lay on
but
hands. Just lay on
yeah,
hands.
yeah, you can do that yourself, right?
Lay on hands, cure gonorrhea.
I will go to the corner of the room and I will stick my hands down the front of my pants,
No,
grab my
get
dick.
in the bathroom.
Oh my God.
In the bathroom.
And
No.
I'm facing away from everybody and I will cure diseases on myself.
I love
You can
D&D.
sell this.
The fun fantasy.
Nat20Hot says, make sure you're regularly getting tested for STDs if you're
Hi,
sexually active.
Clover.
It's good for you and your
Hi,
partner.
Clover.
What? Hi.
Hi.
Who's this hi?
Did I have any diseases?
You didn't.
Okay. Well,
You actually
now I
had
really
strep.
You had COVID, but you were asymptomatic.
Yeah.
You're fine now.
I was a carrier. Anyway, I'm gonna turn to you all and go, thanks for this. It's been a hard time.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we have a slum bee.
Well, yeah, you are all taking a long rest in Willem's room. Is there anything else anyone would like to do
Evanescence.
Does
before
Cena stay for the slumby?
make a perception check?
That's a 17.
She lingers for a good portion of the evening, but you feel a stir in the middle of the night, and you kind of get up a little bit from your meditation, or your trance rather, and see that she's kind of slinking out the door.
Just throw up a deuces and go back to trance.
It does not acknowledge she wasn't looking. But you all wake up the next morning with the benefit of a long rest.
Yay!
Yay!
We did it! Let's go find some druids.
Let's go, Druid.
Let's go, Branwyn.
Let's go, Brandon. Are any of you doing anything to start the morning or do anything different in any way?
I would like to wake up
Scramble?
first. Yeah, make scramble, make a fuckload of coffee, and wake everybody up with like a very stern. It's time to deal with this shit.
Oh, I probably also got, because I don't need that much sleep, so I've been like getting everyone's bags ready and stuff.
Okay. As you're getting ready, Eliana will come to visit you at your room, um, and just go. I thought you guys were headed out yesterday, but just be safe. And if you run into Borgen on the way, just tell him I died.
I thought he was cool now.
He's cool, but I don't want him to think that I abandoned him for you. Which I didn't do, by
Oh.
the way. I left willingly, of my own volition, to explore new ventures. I didn't come here for you.
And escape a, like a toxic workplace environment.
Yes, exactly.
He's pretty
Willem would
weird
like
there.
to insight check this if he's around and see if Eliana did indeed leave Borgen's
I
band for
mean,
Branwyn.
Branwyn's room is right across the hall from you, so yes, you do hear this.
18.
She's not lying. Branwyn was definitely a pretty big piece of the puzzle.
Awkward. I'm gonna
Um,
peek my head out the door and just point at Eliana and go, "You are not a hag, right?"
No,
please say you're not a hag.
I'm not a hag. What even is
Cool.
a hag? Like one of those witches from the
Oh,
forest?
Something like that.
what?
Yeah.
Like the things that they tell stories about, like when you're a kid?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Other people probably tell stories about me. Whatever. Can you do me a favor and just keep an eye out on the place while we're gone?
Yeah, of course. What I'm here for.
Okay.
Speaking
Yeah.
of, nice flowers. Did you get those from the yard outside? Just kind of gestures to a vase of flowers on your dresser.
I go look at the flowers?
There's flowers, wildflowers.
I legitimately don't know where those came from.
Maybe that guy that you've been letting into your room every night has been leaving them there every day. A woman's touch.
Elray?
Yeah. And she just kind of, she's just, anyway, don't die
He's
or anything.
legitimately my boss. / kind of
Oh,
dad.
why do you let him
Yeah,
into
no,
your
it's
bedroom?
project.
Okay.
That's
Don't die.
don't worry about it.
And she's gonna venture off downstairs, and she will take a small bowl of scramble and a cup of coffee to go, and head out into the yard. Any of you
Also, the
do
vibe I
anything
get from
before you
Ray
go?
is that Brainwind's not really his type.
What?
I was just saying, the vibe I get is that Brainwind's not really Ray's type. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
That's,
for sure.
that's kind
No,
of the vibe I get.
not type at all.
I hope Elray put those flowers there.
Can I look at the flowers? What the hell?
There's flowers.
Do I recognize the flowers? What kind of flowers are they?
They're wildflowers. You make a nature check.
Nature. Where's nature? 11.
You recognize them as flowers from outside, like in the yard.
Okay.
Hey guys, remember how Elray said to cast extra protection on the house last night?
Yep.
Yeah, none of us did that.
I don't know how to do that.
Are you
I
guys doing
mean,
anything else before you hit the road?
Can I
It's
investigate these flowers for magical shenanigans?
You may make an Arcana check if Branwen is like letting the whole house know about the flowers. They are in her room.
No! No.
Then I won't
I'll
do
just
it
leave them.
because Randy would not notice regard if he wasn't
Yeah.
told about him.
There's flowers. This is
Mhm.
fine.
I feel like something bad is gonna happen if we leave, but I feel like we got
I feel like we gotta go.
Is there anyone else? Hmm,
Before we go,
Yeah.
I would like a word with Cena.
Okay. She is downstairs in the library, as you have often found her. Um, and yeah, she is there. If you'd like to go talk to her.
Uh, Cena.
Randy.
So we're gonna go for a little while, which you know about, but I just wanted to let you know that I I don't know. I thought about what you said at the fire, and I know that it's just words right now, but I really truly want you to know that if you want a permanent bed in this place, that's not just in a guest room, or a shared sleeping area. You are welcome to have my room. I want you to feel like you belong here. You have a bed here.
Thanks. I'll 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 think about it. She seems kind of genuinely taken aback.
But also, you're not stuck here.
I appreciate that too. I don't want to put you out, but I'll think about it.
Cool. I've It's been a while since I've been gone, for more than a day at a time. So I also just wanted to say that it's really good having you back.
Yeah, it's nicer than I thought.
And I have enjoyed getting to know you again. Okay, bye. And I turn around and walk away.
I'm gonna
Um,
scramble downstairs. Before I forget, Cena,
yes.
we're going back to the Green Wardens, and they're real pissed at us about the whole ruins.
Yeah.
Is there anything that we should know?
About the ruins?
Yeah.
Well, they were off limits for a reason. Hanson's parents were killed there, but not by humans, like the Archdruid told him. At least that's what she told me. He never knew the difference. It was the source of his mission, was at the heart of everything for him. She's gonna pull you aside, and kind of
Okay.
pull you further towards the hearth. She goes, well, like talking about this with everyone, I think they look at me differently when they hear me talk about everything before. You trust me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We were there for me. She was showing me the tomb of Alari, and I knew the truth. They were killed, his parents were killed by the Archdruid's people. They were digging too deeply into the past things that the Archdruid doesn't believe the rest of us should know about. More people know about this than we think. I don't even think I know everyone that knows about it. But the reality is, there was something here before all of us. And the Archdruid is among those that are trying to keep it buried.
You want to come with us?
Um,
You don't have to.
you sure you want me?
I mean, you know more than we do.
I'm not necessarily sure that my presence would be super great in front of the Archdruid.
Yeah, that's also true.
I'd like to live. I just feel like I started doing it. But
All right.
but thanks for asking.
Let me know if you think of anything. Shit. Aliana has a sending stone that I have the other half too.
I don't
I
know.
feel like it's weird if I ask her for it back.
You gave her a sending stone?
Well, it was a while ago and I kind of forgot that I did for a
Okay,
bit, but I remembered and I feel like it's weird if I ask for it back.
probably.
Yep.
Okay.
But she
I'll reach
has
out
one
if
in case you think of anything.
I will.
Can I also have retconned to take the sending stone that I gave to Gwen back?
Yeah, you looted her body. If you looted her body, you would have
You
also
looted her body.
um if you looted her body, you would have also found, and we can say that like Elray dropped this off. Um a pendant with a black gemstone within it. Sorry, go back to my old notes. A pouch of iron nails and teeth, 555 gold pieces, and a detailed map of the local region, including the Marigold Estate marked on it.
What?
Including
Marked
a
on it.
detailed map of the local region with the Marigold Estate marked on it.
Did Elray drop off the cloak, the stone, and the pouch as well?
He did, and inside the other pouch are bone needles, which are incredibly sharp needles made of bone.
Hell yeah.
Do we have any idea what the cloak does?
At the moment, it just appears to be a clip.
You said 550 gold.
555.
Oh,
Willem, you could wear this and just look super edgy.
You could also wear it and look super edgy.
I've got
I-
the sick armor that can look like whatever I want. I make my armor look like I'm wearing that cloak.
it would be
Donate it.
understandable that you don't have that cloak.
I don't really want to wear it. I think I'm just gonna wrap the stone in it and keep that somewhere safe in the house.
I'll remind me to we'll look at it once we have downtime again. See if
Yeah.
there's anything magic about it.
All right.
Maybe it's like a
And
cloak of super killing hags or something like that, and she was trying to keep it hidden. So that no one could use it against her.
It's a
Could
good
be.
thought.
That'd be really cool. You just
Oh.
get like plus, like in an abstract term, you could get plus 16 if you tried to like kill a hag. Wouldn't that be cool?
I'm also gonna hold up the amulet that I was wearing and go, can one of you deal with this now?
Oh, yeah. I'll just grab it and just cast a spell.
You feel like a pulse in your hand, and then just cold metal resting in your palm.
What if we just dispelled the hag killing amulet?
No! Killing, super hag killing.
I don't think that was it. Thank you. Yep, ready to go.
Do you want to like do something symbolic with this little hunk?
I'm gonna pick it up and chuck it into the fireplace.
Hell yeah, man.
Right. It rests there, burning red hot amongst the embers of your fire.
Willem,
Randall,
just Randy.
Randy.
If you had if you carried maybe the amulet that she had, would that be like a cool ass trophy?
Well, it's
It
really
might
hot
be.
now.
No,
No,
there was the
She had
pendant
the
that he
stone
had,
amulet.
a stone amulet. Yes.
Oh.
It could be, but do I have that amulet nearby?
Yes.
I'm going to hold it up to the black orb and see if the crack in it matches the shard of stone that's in the amulet.
It
Ooh.
does indeed.
Wow.
Good spot.
Puzzle. What does that mean?
Well,
Hold on. Would this ever be useful for us to have an amulet that does this that the orb doesn't do?
Would that just mean that because Ophelia can see out of that orb, does that mean she could just see out of that necklace?
Probably.
that is my deduction.
Yeah.
Don't
And if
like that.
Ophelia can see, Thalia might also be able to see.
Is it worth it for me to use dispel magic on this amulet to make it so it's
Leave
a cool
it.
thing you can carry it around?
No,
Gosh.
leave it. I
Okay.
appreciate that though, and I will sort of wrap both in the cloak and put them somewhere
Yeah, good to
locked
be
away.
safe.
We could put it in the bag of holding because then it's going to be in an extra dimensional space.
Are you all sorkening?
I think
Yes.
we're
Yeah.
sorting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we said goodbye to all of our peeps.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not terribly
Randy's
far
leading this time, which
to
never
the.
happens.
Okay, Randy is taking the lead. It is not terribly far to the Greenwarden Dell, but it is through like kind of rough and rugged terrain, deeper into the Waltham Wood. You suddenly find yourself pining for the horses that you left behind in Conway's Ferry. But based on your progress, you suspect you'll probably be there by like late afternoon, early evening.
Dang.
So
Hmm.
what's the plan once we get here?
I mean, they want to talk to us.
They just want to talk to us. It seems like the plan's on them. I don't know. Hopefully things don't go south.
I'm assuming they're going to know once we get close and
So do you think that they're like not gonna try to kill us? We sort
mm,
of desecrated their sacred ground and found out secrets that the Archdruid's been trying to keep from everybody, and I don't know, my hackles are up a little bit
They're
about the whole
probably going to more
situation.
want information than
I kind of want to talk to them.
They're
retribution.
definitely pissed.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't leave
So
on great terms with the Archdruid either.
we definitely can't insult Biko again.
The cute son of a bitch.
I like Biko.
Almost completely spherical. It shouldn't be possible. That can't be healthy.
Been eating too much seed. You know who else ate a lot of seed?
No, Willem, don't go there. Don't go there. Put those thoughts away.
As you all venture deeper into the woods, after some time, as the sun begins to set in the sky, you get the unnerving feeling that you are being watched. And you may all make perception checks.
I percept
Why did I do
15.
I also
Willem,
15.
yeah, Willem, Randy, you are among the first to notice.
16.
Brett, all of you notice on the edges and outskirts of the wooded forest path are little critters kind of skittering about, eyeing you peculiarly for what little critters might actually look at you for. Um, and you get a sense of familiarity with the region, like you're getting closer and closer, but it's at this moment that you realize that you don't really know where it is. Um, and before long, you hear a faint slurp and a voice chime from behind you in the trees. Well, you came fast, didn't you, lads? Good to see you, good to see you. As Randy, the familiar face of Rowan, kind of slinks out from behind the tree.
Yeah. You kind of threatened us to come, so Here we are.
Threatened is such a dirty word, lad. More like highly encouraged. The Green Wardens don't threaten. They simply encourage.
With
Cool.
the prospect of violence.
Insinuate?
Well,
Is insinuate a good word?
insinuate. That's a good word.
The
The Archdruid
implication.
will want to have words with you. And I would not be doing my job if I didn't ask y'all to leave your weapons with me. And any number of my companions can escort you into the woods. Right to our quarters. We wouldn't want things to get messy, would we?
You wouldn't
I never-
deprive a bugbear of his walking stick, would you?
You can get a deception check for that.
His belated fiery walking stick.
At disadvantage.
That's fair. I don't think I needed the disadvantage. Oh, nope, there it is. Nat 1.
Okay, great. He goes, I wasn't born yesterday. Why don't you hand it over? All will be returned in good time.
Could I give you my word that I won't draw unless she draws first? I'm good at. I
How
take
good is the
promises
word of a
very
liar?
seriously. I
You
take
told us you
promises very
wouldn't
seriously.
go into the ruins, and you did that, didn't you?
That
I
was
think
the kind
you,
of
of all
honesty.
people, he kind of stares at you, Bram, should be the last person trying to bargain here. And it's at that moment that you kind of remember your last conversation with the Archdruid, which went
I don't remember my last
particularly
conversation.
poorly because you decided to go back and tell her that she should be nicer to her people.
Because she should. Fine, I'll hand over my sword.
And the
There's
rest of you?
I don't carry weapons.
I will begrudgingly and very hesitantly hand over the flame touch sword.
Doug?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna give the since my
All right.
deception didn't pan out.
Rowan collects the weapons and kind of wraps them in canvas and tucks them over under his arm. He goes, very well. Fiona here will escort you to the Archdruid's quarters. And with that, a blue jay kind of descends down, and as they descend down, their wings extend, and a short gnome girl appears before you. And she goes, quite. You'll follow me now? No funny business. And she wags like a tiny little finger at you. And she escorts you into the Greenwarden Dell, which is far quieter than you last left it. You don't see the hustle and bustle of druids and rangers milling about. And you inevitably reach the grand tree looming above you with the opalescent, kind of milky blue pond before it. And she guides you up the stairs that wrap around the large tree and toward the door, and she gestures it to you. She goes, the Archdruid awaits you.
go in.
Okay. Yeah.
You all enter. The air around you feels quite tense. You can almost feel kind of like the hesitation and an air of unease in the air as the Archdruid with her flowing locks kind of turns around Biko perched neatly on her shoulder. She's, well, I'm glad to see that you've come and obliged my request to leave your weapons at the door. It is much appreciated given the disdain you've shown my requests up until this point. I will afford you an opportunity to explain yourselves before I proceed with my line of questioning.
Willem is just going to glance sideways at Branwen.
We were doing what we could to protect this plane.
Do you not think I act in the best interests of this plane? makes you think that you know better? I have centuries of experience, centuries of understanding that you could possibly fathom.
We understand your reasons
Do you?
why you didn't want us to go there,
And those were.
that there's something there that you want to keep hidden.
Hmm. And
And
what did you make of it?
I'm still trying to figure that out. There's a lot we don't know.
Right. But now the questions will never cease. I promised you a chance to learn. Rid the woods of the blight of Borgen's band, and she kind of gestures towards you, Dunk. You would have had the answers that you seek. Did you think that you could cross me and not face the consequences of your actions?
Well, those guys are actually not all that bad.
Not all that bad. Thieves, murderers, desecrators, interlopers.
We eliminated
There was
the
a
source of the blight
bad
within
apple.
Borgen's band.
Yeah.
Also, not for nothing, ma'am, and begging your pardon respectfully, before we fought your specter, or after we fought your specter, there were already people inside of the ruins, which we dealt with summarily, may I say.
Who was inside?
Jesus Christ.
Forgot about that. Okay.
Members of the Cinderkin, one among them named Jesus Christ,
Mm.
Hansen Dady, and his accompaniment.
Hansen Dady ventured to the ruins.
He did.
He did.
You didn't make it out.
In a sense, he did. Willem does not say that. No one's commenting on that.
So you've seen what lies there then?
At this moment, Willem will gesture towards Dunk, who may be well wearing Alari's circlet.
Yeah, I'm sure is. And she kind of goes, so not only do you disobey me, but you flaunt your disobedience in front of me and desecrate the grave of our great protector. You know, in my youth, I courted mercy. I misled people, I sent them astray. So there was always a chance to bloom. I let Hansen Dady bloom, his misguided youth always seeking the answers that he could not fathom. And if what you say is true, and that he is no more, then he took lies to the grave. He never knew the truth. I paid that price. I paid the price for his manic expeditions. And as I told you, he is a fly because you dealt with him. We needed to ever be concerned with what he could have potentially wrought upon this plane, because there was never any concern. And yet, at the end of the day, he never knew the truth of it all. And we are better for it. So do not think that dealing with him has wiped your slate clean. Because I know you. Each of you like little insects. You're so very like him. The knowledge you seek is better left the way it was. Dead and buried.
Are you
I
aware
don't
of
think
what
it's
happened in
dead.
Conway's Ferry?
I am familiar. My scouts have told me what we have learned. The reality is there is little to worry about. Nothing occurred that couldn't have been dealt with by meager adventurers.
But the secrets aren't dead, and they're not gonna be buried for that much longer, no matter what you do.
What makes you say that?
There's something out there.
Something out there that wants in.
It shall not get here. We are the protectors
That's
of
what
this
we're trying.
place. We will see to
You're the
that it does
protectors
not
of this
decay.
place, but what about places outside of this?
What you suggest
You
is
protect.
outside of your understanding.
Then explain it.
It is not for me to explain, and it is not for you to know. You, of all people, come here, unwitting, unknowing. You don't belong here. I could see to it that you return. Your slate wiped clean on that plane. Because there no one will believe you. You'll be a lunatic. But if you wish to stay here and understand the things that you think you know, I'm afraid I cannot allow that to happen. There are questions that you now ask that are unfit to be asked. The people here, they cannot comprehend it, and they should not comprehend it.
What do you think we're trying to do?
You ask the questions. Are you not? You wear her circlet, her diadem, as though you own it, without even beginning to comprehend what it's capable of. You think it a nice, magical trinket, but it is so much more than that.
Again, what do you think we're trying to do by doing this?
I don't care what you're trying to do, the reality is you are trying to do something. You are poking your nose where it does not belong. And at the end of the day, you disobeyed me. And you will face consequences.
I think it's a little bit weird that you're gatekeeping history from everybody. I feel like history is one of those things that belongs to the whole mass of people. I
You're not
spoke
wrong.
to Adara. I'm her person on Earth here to, on this plane, hopefully tell people about what's going on there. I think that she would probably be up for everyone knowing what the history is. I think it's weird that you're being so seclusive about it.
I take that. I don't believe that for a moment. The fact is, I
Doesn't
swore a
matter.
sacred oath, and I will protect this knowledge. And the knowledge that you now keep is not for public knowledge, for public consumption. It is.
All right.
We're not trying to make it public knowledge.
Are you not? You parade it around. I have ears everywhere. I know what you and your two elven friends and companions are digging into in Trowood.
Respectfully, ma'am. If you wanted to kill us, I have no doubt that you could. We're defenseless, but we're alive. Why?
I don't like the sight of blood. It is not for me to decide at the end of the day. You're right. I'm not gatekeeping history. I'm simply ensuring that those who are not ready for the truth do not find it. And yes, Horned One, I could just as easily cull you from this earth without a second thought. But that is distasteful, and it is not the natural way. Your death, and subsequently the death of the knowledge that you now understand, must come naturally. At this point, I'll have all of you make constitution checks.
Oh no.
Everybody gets
Oh no.
to add my charisma modifier to their constitution check because I am around you.
Wow. What is it?
That would be a +2.
Hey.
Well, I got a nat 1, so
No.
yeah.
Dunk, I got a 2, so right there with you, pal.
You
Yeah.
got an
Dirty
8.
20.
Ooh, baby.
I mean,
Randy?
with all the modifiers, that ends up being a 9, but still, it's a nat 1.
Randy?
18.
Okay. Randy and Branwen, you watch as Willem and Dunk seem to just slump into a stupor, their heads kind of lolling into their chests, and kind of sinking lower and lower into the ground, where they kind of lay down in a heap. And she kind of smiles at you, and Biko goes, "Wow, they're resilient." And the archer goes, "Yes, they are indeed resilient."
What are you doing?
Yeah, that's super not cool.
Well, it's just fungal spores. They will see to it that you inevitably meet them and join them. But, like I said, I'm letting the natural order take care of things. You can go quietly, or you can let this happen to you as well.
What do you mean, go quietly?
Like I said, I really don't want this to be messy.
Look, we came here, we talked to you. The way I see it, you're not going to tell us anything else. I think we'll take our buddies and go. Yeah? And I look at Brenwyn.
I'm afraid I can't let you go. This is the end for you.
Stupid.
Can I? Are they not dead? Are they?
No, they are not dead.
No.
You can see that they're still
Okay.
very clearly
Are they
breathing.
sleeping?
Making sure.
Are they going
Yeah.
sleeping night-night?
Then I am going to pick up Willem and Dunk and turn around and like motion for Brenwyn to come with me.
I'll have the two of you make Constitution saving throws again.
Do we still get the +2 or no?
Technically, yeah,
You're
because you're
still
around.
within 10 feet
Yeah.
of me. I'm still
Oh
alive.
yeah. Oh, that was a lot worse. Yep, I got a 6.
Brendan,
Oh my god, are you about to kill us all? Do we just die like that?
Murder.
what did you get, Brendan?
That's a 5. That's a 5.
The two of you race towards the door, as it just begins to overtake you.
Chris, think
This
of
kind of
how
like
bad of an ending to this campaign this would be.
your vision begins to fade, and you slip out of consciousness as
He's
your
gonna
body
cliffhanger us
hits the
here.
wooden floor. And that ends Nat. No. No. Instead, hours, minutes, days, time
Yes.
passes as you awake, dreary and woozy, as though in a drunken stupor. The air is cold and damp, and you're almost nearly fully enveloped in darkness. You have dark vision. You have brief glimpses of kind of bioluminescent fungus and mushrooms that cling to the grounds and sides of these kind of scraggly wooden structures, and the ground beneath your feet is like rough and hard packed earth. And the kind of gnarled roots are wrapping around your legs and further up your torso. And you find yourself deeply rooted and almost like metaphorically chained to the spot, as you look around and you find yourself in the base of a large tree. And that is where we will end tonight's session of
No!
Nat20 Hot. Join us on Wednesday for another exciting edition. Um, as always, you can follow us at Nat20Hot on TikTok and Instagram, or you can visit us on the web at www.nat20hot.com. As always, we are raising money for Extra Life, a foundation of America's Children's Hospitals. We are just $200 away from our $1,000 goal. If you can find it in your hearts and your wallets to contribute, you are giving to a great cause. We thank you all for joining us, and we wish you nothing but the best over the next couple days, and we will see you on Wednesday night. So long, everybody.
Bye, Zomboy.
Bye, Zomboy.